All right, would anyone like to give the recap of the previous session?
We were upstairs. We decided to go downstairs after picking up the ball and the knife. Downstairs, we came into a little room that had sort of a basin in it, I guess, that had some small holes at the bottom of it. And we decided to sleep there. And then we didn't sleep there. Sorry, we went out of the room because we still had the ability to see traps, and that took us into sort of a larger room that had like a skull, pinky purpley skull at the center of it that was on the ground, made up of shells and some hidden gems that we didn't find right away. So we started looking around the room, and with the great ability to see traps on Den's character and secret passages, we found a few of those things. Also, we found 2 secret doors, and there were also 2 doors. So we looked in one secret door. There was some of them were locked as well, so I believe that door had to be pick locked by Lenza. But inside there were a bunch of crates, and inside those crates there were skulls. So interesting. 13 crates, lots of skulls. Inside
There
one
was
of
a
the
riddle
rooms,
about that, wasn't there?
There was.
maybe,
Well, possibly that.
possibly. We decided that it was about that. So anyway, there was lots of interpreting of said riddle until we eventually gave up after trying some stuff that hurt a lot. But we opened one of the other doors, and it led into the one that was near to the room full of the crates and skulls. And inside there was what looked like sort of torture equipment, a table that had stuff on it for torturing chisels and hacksaws and shit like that. And there were also 2 barrels, and there were some bones in the corner. It looks like some kind of liquid was near one of the tables. I didn't think it was a rack. It was next to something. Anyway, we tried to avoid that, but we also wanted to check out the barrel. So we went over there, and after I think Minerva looked in one of the barrels that was empty, Minerva left, and then Hypatia checked the other barrel and aggroed a sexy spirit that we then proceeded to fight, and that kind of sucked. At the same time, Ellen had been examining the the skull in the center of the room and found the first pink opal, and had taken it, which Kruber noticed and started chasing her around the room. We started fighting the sexy spirit and found that it was impervious to harm, and it kept trying to put the word to Hypatia, but she was having none of it because she'd taken a vow not to partake while inside the dungeon and just backed away. We found that a magic missile worked against it, but it probably wouldn't, so we were pretty worried at that stage. Eventually sort of kiting it, I guess, slowly retreating out of the room, and it followed us. Dorian? Is that Dorian
Yep.
was able to get in on the action with some magic missiles, and luckily overcoming the spirit and defeating it. There was also another secret door that we... Oh wait, was it a secret door? Yeah, it was a secret door. There was another secret door that we opened up to the north, and that it dispelled stuff when you went through it, although it didn't do that to the first few people who went through, as in they were lucky because everybody was making rolls. But later, when Sean went through it, I think it dispelled his amulet,
Light.
and then... Sorry?
Possibly because they were out. Possibly.
Maybe. No, because there were people we went through later with them. Some people didn't have them out, and they were still dispelled.
Hmm.
Did it dispel or did it automatically cast a greater darkness?
No, it didn't cast Greater Darkness because then the other people would have been put in darkness. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, and that led to the stairs going down. Now, otherwise, when we tried to do stuff with the skull, we tried such things as taking some skulls out of the skull boxes, putting blood on them after bleeding ourselves, onto the skull on the floor, tried putting blood into the basin that was inside the room. Yeah, and then we left. I think that's pretty accurate of what we did. There was a lot of talking about the puzzle
And Henry
and what it
posted it
meant.
there, yep.
So, yeah, feel free to watch us do that and,
No, that was good.
come up with some plans.
Cool.
We'll dither hither. We'll dither thither.
Oh, and we also found out that like nothing we had collected was magical because we had Ellen identify everything unless she lied about it, which Shiro is kind of wondering because she did use detect magic on the bowl and the knife that definitely seemed to be magical and said that they weren't magic. So questionable.
They weren't magic.
Yeah.
Which brings me to Discord.
And Shiro has his own reasons for not particularly believing Ellen.
Cool.
So
And then you started descending the stairs right at the end. Hypatia and Vash got to the bottom of the stairs and found a large statue.
oh,
Do you recall?
well, I
That was-
didn't see that.
No, it was right at the end.
Mhm.
And was made of grey marble. A figure in noble finery with hands clasped in front of it, holding a small, glowing, clear gemstone. It appears to be human-ish, but stands pretty tall. And as they descended and got to the base of the stairs, the mouth on the statue animated and it started shouting out something very loud in a language that none of you can understand.
Good times.
And
That
then,
never goes badly.
and then it swapped to trade talk and said in a very loud voice, "Travel no further, call out your business, or perish." At that point, I'm going to swap you across to the map.
But did everybody who's on the stairs hear that as well?
Let me rejoin
Okay,
this player.
Oh, I love that big skull.
Right.
That was
Back
that was a
in.
that was a mosaic made of pink and purple stones and shells.
I knew I was going to like it, but I like it even more now that I can see it.
Like it so much you wanted a souvenir.
So people are
Right.
actually in the process of going down the stairs. That's just the order. On the, I could only fit a couple people at the base of the stairs when that occurred. So the majority of you are actually on the stairs. The stairs descended a long way. They're maybe about 50 feet or more. So you probably all actually are on the stairwell at this point in time. Vash and Hypatia, you are at the base of the stairs.
Cool. Yeah, I say there's a statue talking to us. You heard all
Yeah,
that?
we all
Yeah,
heard
that's
it. We have to call out our business. Alright, well, sure is going to say that we're here to retrieve the shard of...
God of Divinity?
No, that's not what it was called.
Oh, God. My notes.
I assume my character can remember why we're here. Sure, will call why he's here.
So
We're here looking for
you were,
That thing.
you were just told a fragment. That's all that the ogre mentioned to Lashanara when you were in the presence of the two of them.
We're following our path. We're here trying to find, or I'm here trying to find the fragment. If that was what it was called.
So whereabouts is Shiro in the order? Shiro is... Well, so that means there's people on top of each other there.
There are?
Yes. Doria
Oh.
was on top of you.
Oh, not to me. Weird. Whoa, we all just got squished.
Yeah. Oh, it's really messing up. Let me put you guys in the order that you were so it makes it clearer.
Okay.
And then I think this was the order you guys wanted to go in. Because that's basically what it was. Minerva at the end and Dol somewhere. But Dol got a crossbow bolt to the head. Alright. So you're pretty close to the base. Alright. That's what's been yelled back out. What language did you yell it out in?
Trade tongue.
Mhm.
And
how loud
wait
did
up.
you yell it? Do you speak trade talk?
You must you must continue with that.
Sean speaks it.
Ah, there we go. I seek a fragment from beyond. And before and forever after. That is what he says that he is after.
Cool.
Anyway,
How loud do you say it? And,
as loud as I heard it coming to me.
okay, which was pretty substantial.
Yeah.
Alright. So Hypatia and Vash, you're at the front of the stairs. What are you doing?
We seek the same thing.
What he said.
I'll put Jaquan across there. Alright.
Oh.
Okay, what are you doing? The statue is not responding. It is standing there, being all statue-like.
All right.
The mouth has stopped moving because it has stopped speaking. And it seems to be,
Evening, Canto.
Say Canto? We did. Hey, Canto.
Hello.
Hello.
Evening.
The statue is watching you with judgmental statue eyes.
All right then. I shall. Let's see. I will cautiously step forward 5 foot.
Go for
I
it.
do have my sword out, but I am not actually. It is not raised in a guard.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm gonna step to the side and see if the eyes follow.
The eyes just seem to be made of this same greyish marble. They do not move. They seem completely inanimate. The statue seems completely inanimate. Whose control of that torch? I think that was you, Hypatia.
Probably. Yep.
All right,
There we
so
go.
I'll just move people down the stairs as we go. In a second. Ellen was next. Ooh, where did Ellen go? Ellen went on a magic carpet ride.
So,
That's what they call it
secret
these
king
days.
business.
Was that sorry, Kaylee?
Secret king business.
Yeah. Right. Nothing has happened. You have not yet been destroyed. There is time
Really?
left.
Good sign, good sign.
Yeah.
We see any signs of altercation around the statue?
No, you do not. The ceiling here is extraordinarily high. It is in the very tips of the shadow of your torch. Vash, with your shadow sight, you can see it more clearly. It seems to be a touch over 40 feet high.
Oof. Well, I was going to say I wanted to reach out and poke its mouth, but
No, that's the roof. That's the roof. The statue is not that high. The statue doesn't go up to the roof. The statue seems to be about 8 feet tall.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah, I sort of wonder. Hypatia wonders if Vash is going to sort of touch his head. I shake her head at her. Let's just leave well alone, okay? We don't want to fight anything we don't need to fight.
He's just standing there.
He was also just talking us before, so I'm happy to let that one lie.
As you just start to move out from the stairs and you start to spend a little bit more time around here, you notice that the passage to the south, you occasionally get a kind of there seems to almost be a swell, a surge of air pressure that kind of slowly forces or pushes itself in slow but sudden bursts through there. Not enough to knock you off, but enough to make you realize. And you can't see my hands gesticulating rapidly. But they are.
We need a grail cam.
No one wants to see that.
I want to see that.
But I'm not wearing pants.
So,
The camera
as long as
behind
it's
the desk.
It's true.
just your hands gesticulating wildly, that's fine.
I am wearing pants. Of course I am. It's not summer.
You never
He's
said
in
where
danger.
you were wearing those pants.
Yes. Anyway, yes, so you do get that blast of air coming from the south. It's kind of pushing forward with this sudden ferocity every now and then. It creates a kind of almost a pulsating feel in the atmosphere of this area. Are you moving forward, Ellen, or are you staying on the stairs?
I think I'll just stay here for a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna cautiously sidestep across.
Are you taking your torch with you? Are you letting people past, Ellen, or...
Oh yeah, they can get past me.
Okay.
How big is the gem on the statue's hands?
It seems to be reasonably small. Picture a die, a normal standard D6. So it's not a... It seems to be like a clear, crystal-y gem. So, yeah, about the size of a normal D6. Probably the size of your thumbnail. That seems to be held aloft. And it seems to be faintly glowing.
I do it.
I'm gonna die. No, I will respect the statue. I feel like it would cast doom upon me if I touched it. Touched the gem at least.
Hey Vash, were you there when we saw the brass guardian?
No.
Cool.
I don't know
So-
what you're talking about.
Alright, you went with the skilled people. So, we went to the way of the brass guardian and we saw a number of bodies which were ripped apart in no uncertain terms. Like, this is I've seen some pretty nasty stuff in my time, but this was something else. So, given the potential caliber of the constructs in this dungeon, I don't want to pick with 5-1 if I don't have to. So just let's leave the gem. Just say, let's save the fight for something we need to go through.
Take the gem.
Yeah. Yup.
Is anyone moving past Ellen?
I'm not even on the map.
Sure is.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Over to the right.
I'll see me duplicated.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
I don't think I'm on the map
You're
yet.
not,
Oh,
because
no.
everyone is still on the staircase.
Yes,
So-
I've moved past, sorry.
Okay, if you have moved past Ellen, I will then move. The next person in line was Dorian Sundaro.
Oh, I see bones up ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see snackies up ahead. I mean,
And
my character is not supposed to see it yet,
some
but
kind of
I do.
dirt area.
Alright. Hypatia
I
sort of.
This looks like it could be traps again. We might need the skilled characters to do some searching, I think.
You still-
Yeah, that pool does not look
We still don't
inviting.
have an Oz, so Oz will sit up there out of the way. Zhang will be next to come across.
Yep. So, boop. Oh, there he
Ooh.
goes.
Oh, he's climbed onto the statue.
Did you mean to do that, Zhang?
Oh, I actually didn't know where we were going. I was just gonna move forward 2 spaces and then sort of zoom across my screen.
Senate will be
I'm
next.
gonna wave my hand in front of the statue's face and ask, "Are we allowed to pass? Was that a good enough reason?"
There is no answer. I'm going to move Nevin
that's
now
rude.
across.
Woohoo!
Maybe I will
Zhang.
steal your gem. Yeah.
So the stairs actually go down. So if Ellen would go to the left to bypass the stairs. So that is the exit square of the stairs there. Alright.
Hero's going to cast Find Traps.
Is that ping coming through for you guys? That one there? Yes, it is. Cool. Alright, you're going to cast Find Traps. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Is this thing trapped?
Not that your Find Traps indicates.
Nice.
Does anyone know why a gem might be glowing?
Because it's magical.
It's got
Oh,
radiation.
What
Or
happened?
is it good or bad magic? You know?
I stepped over here and I can see like a big circle of fire now. How come nobody mentioned there was a big circle of fire over there?
What are you talking about? What?
There's like a big circle of fire. Shiro points in this direction from
Or
here.
I never made it
can't
that
see.
far.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Shiro, did you.
Sean's going
Um,
across now.
Blah,
Yep.
blah, blah. Shiro, you said
Uh-huh.
you said you first find traps. Is there anything in front of us?
I don't see any traps. Let me step out. Actually, before Shiro steps out there, how tall did you say this shoe is? Like
The
human
statue
size?
is about 8-ish feet. The roof
Ah.
here is the ceiling is about 40 feet above you. Here comes Eldrayan.
Yeah, but I assume that if he's holding up a gem, then it's like 6 foot at least off the ground.
Approximately
Shiro-
5 to 6. Yeah.
Yeah, Shiro can't just reach up and touch it. That was what I was getting at. Well, if he can't just reach up and touch the gem, then he won't.
You want me to
Otherwise-
carry you?
Okay, so for those of you who can see here,
Mhm.
Mhm.
unfortunately maps are 2-dimensional, but you can see that that is a recessed area.
Yeah, it's a pit with water at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It seems, and some worm things.
And food.
And
It's a
some
goldfish
bones.
pond. Goldfish pond.
Sure, we'll step out to here.
Well, I'm
Okay.
seeing some wacky stuff down here.
Do I see any traps?
You do not.
I think that's a trap that's actually been set off. Judging by the skeletons in there.
Okay, so let me just see what people can see.
Remember the air pressure.
Ah, yes, you've got some. Yeah, so air pressure is kind of every now and then. Your torch flickers substantially when it does so. It does seem that the majority of the air pressure seems to be getting forced, or the wind seems to be getting forced from the circle to your.
This one?
Yes, to the west.
Yeah, it matches the gem. So at the moment, the blue gem is active. I reckon if we touch it, it changes to red. And then
These. Let me
Is
just.
there,
What was that? Sorry, Henry?
is there a red sphere down there as well or something?
It's It's more like a.
They are circles on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also notice these things here. They appear
What
to
are they?
be it's kind of hard to tell, but if you were to make an assumption from where you are currently, they're pretty small. They look like mushrooms drying out.
Oh, they do look like mushrooms drying out. Okay. Cool.
Good.
Mushrooms that have been left there, or mushrooms that have
grow.
grown there?
No, they seem to be left there. The ground here is this white stuff is a kind of a marbly substance. The pit, now that you are getting close to the edge, you can see down into it, appears to be about 20 feet deep.
There's probably gold down there. Someone should go down and search it.
I'm sure there's some other stuff down there which we will be less happy
Looking
to see.
from the top into it, does it look like there's anything interesting down there apart from bones and these worm things? What are the worm things, as a side note?
Okay, so
Oh, well,
so the pit is absolutely 20 feet deep, and as you look down into it, you notice that the sides seep with a clear running liquid. It appears to be
Okay.
water. It moves like water, but you don't know exactly. The bottom seems maybe it's got a few inches worth of water in it. The skeletons, the bones within down there, and there seems to be quite a few of them, more so than what's actually just on the map there, sit half out of the water. So it's not particularly deep. Either that or they're floating. And there are, as you gaze down upon it with a light source or your dark vision, you see squirming through it worms, slimy looking creatures that are a couple inches to just under a foot long. And there seems to be quite a few of them down there.
they long and thin, fat,
Yes,
Are they
mixture.
mixture.
sure I wouldn't recognize them?
No.
If Minerva comes down and heads over there, would Minerva recognize them as the thing that attacked Hypatia underneath? Like those worms?
Was it
Androshell?
Androshell?
Yeah, it was Androshell.
It was
But do they
Androshell.
look like those worms?
Hypatia is right next to you and having a look anyway.
Oh, Hypatia.
They,
I mean,
your worms look like worms, and it's a bit hard to tell because these ones aren't crawling into her facial orifices. So,
Yet.
but
it's just there's dirt up ahead. So
There-
I'm like,
some of those worms were quite large, but there was also lots of little worms. So it's hard to tell. They're similar shape and colours. Maybe. Is
I
Eldraine,
can.
is Eldraine moving so I can start shifting more people across?
Yep.
Hey guys, I see stairs all the way down there. So I guess that's our destination.
Directly down the path. If we could go
Yes.
over the thing, cool.
Next to a big thing that I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
That seems
I've
to
never
be.
seen it before.
That's you haven't. That seems to be a large semi-spherical orb of shimmering silvery material that's jutting up out of the ground.
I need to morph with my orb.
Yeah, quite a few mushrooms down here. Yummy, yummy. We could eat it.
Are
If
they
you're brave.
crawling? Are they crawling towards us?
No, I don't see any movement. Don't worry.
Okay. How clean do the bones look?
Clean.
It'll be really old though, to be fair. Probably.
So Robin will come across and I'll shift him. Kukulane is now across.
We've got a grappling hook. We could probably just throw a grappling hook into this dirt on the other side and make ourselves a rope bridge.
Yeah.
Rip
Is
Nodgrim.
that stable?
if we can hook it on this like either the corner up ahead or on the floor, because obviously floor made out of marble going to be harder than floor made out of dirt. I mean, that's my guess. We can try with a grappling hook and find out.
Someone could crawl across climb across this bit of the wall.
Yeah, they
And
could.
then-
I'm a little bit worried that wherever the mushrooms are is where a dead body was.
Well, I was going to say then they could attach a rope or something here, and we could then go
Yeah,
across.
I mean-
The other option is that we put a rope across here from wall to wall, which is easy enough to do.
Yep.
And that gives us a way of, or even two, one down low, one up high, and then we can use that to get to here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to approach this thing or this thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, wouldn't approach it. I'd just come down there. But I know what you mean.
Yeah, that moving towards is approaching. But yes, I see what you're saying. You're not super close to it.
So when we feel the change in air pressure,
Mhm.
does anything happening to the to either of those circles when that happens?
No, no,
Hmm.
they do not. There seems to be heat radiating from the one to the east. It's not uncomfortable, but it is definitely, you start to feel it, especially the longer you are here. It's like someone's left the heater on.
Nice. Which
And
is in my room now?
similarly, the other one's coming. There we go. Coal emanating from the other one.
No,
It's
Okay.
wind.
Just wind.
Does anyone want to move a little bit closer and see what happens?
Hero's gonna move back and be like, I think somebody should throw a grappling hook across.
I'll just move the other three of you across now anyway. There you go. Everyone's
Thanks.
now across there.
They'll do anything interesting.
He walks to there and starts looking at the statue.
Fair.
What do you think, though? Cool
Good-
statue, eh?
Yeah, but God.
I think you mean Caradwin.
I'm Caradwin now. He's looking at the gem now. You can almost see him salivating and licking his lips.
No, I dare you.
You said the ceiling was 40 foot high here?
It is.
That means my detect traps cannot see the ceiling. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Uh. Yeah, Minerva says that she could float across.
Alright. Well, we can attach it. We can attach a line to you.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to throw a grappling hook across though. It's not very far.
Okay. Well, in that case,
35 feet.
Well,
And you have the advantage that there is no close ceiling to limit the arc of the rope.
Exactly.
while that's going on, Uldrain turns to Vash and says, I'm really impressed that you're restraining yourself from eating those mushrooms. I was concerned that you were going to charge ahead and start chewing on them, but I've misjudged you and I'm sorry for that.
Mushrooms don't have ears.
They're
Wait,
kind of
what mushrooms?
flesh.
Upon hearing that there are mushrooms, Robin is going to move down. Mushrooms, you say? Oh,
Yes.
mushrooms. Let me have a look.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where you going, Robin?
I'm going to have a look at the mushrooms.
Let me know if they're edible.
I mean, he is impervious to fear. Curse him. Don't step in the circle, please.
I think he knows better than to step in a fairy circle.
Yeah, nobody else has stepped in a runic circle.
It's
You're
funny.
right.
It's funny that you mentioned
No.
fairy circle. I don't. Not that I know what a fairy like. That doesn't look like any fairy circle I've ever heard about. But the reason I say that is these mushrooms are, if I'm not mistaken, fairy caps.
What
They're
do they
they
do when they're
tasty?
at home?
they're edible, but you have to prepare them to do so. And the preparation, and this is, it's quite warm over here. Have you noticed? preparation is that they must be dried for at least a week.
How long would you say these ones have been being dried for?
They're in varying shades, and hey Oz,
Hello.
Hey.
they're in
Hello.
varying.
Apology
That's
for
right.
being late.
We all started late a bit anyway. I had a pool that was almost overflowing. They're in varying stages here of being dried out. If I was to hesitate a guess, I would say some of them are close to being able to be consumed, and others look only a day or two into the drying process.
Someone's been here to dry out the mushrooms.
They don't grow on this. They have been placed here in a very logical manner.
Mm.
In fact, he leans down and picks up one of them, sniffs it. Yeah, fairy cap, and it's. I wouldn't say it's delicious, but there is enough here to make good store of preparation and rations.
I think that's a great idea. We don't know how long we're going to be down here.
Okay.
What are they normally used for? Are they predominantly food? Do they have other usages?
Mostly food. They're like a staple, I guess, in some parts of the land. Mainly because they grow in abundance in the right conditions, dark, damp, or kind of earthy, loamy areas. Often you find them growing in caves just near the surface, or that have a tiny little bit of sunlight occasionally, or more shadows. And so they can be harvested and used as a basis in stews and soups and stuff like that. They last once they're dried for a very long time. They don't perish very easily.
So
Yeah,
you would say they are the Ellen of mushrooms.
Yeah,
So,
I would
that
call
means
them king mushrooms.
Matsu Ellen Parke they are.
so that means someone's been here recently.
Oh yes, these ones would be only a day or so into the drying process.
We'll camp out and see who comes to collect.
I mean, it's kind of tempting.
We're not super subtle. I'm not sure that that's going to be.
What?
We should at least explore a bit further.
What do you mean by super subtle?
We have very little subtlety.
But
Well, we
yeah.
don't. We're not being super subtle. I mean, about the only thing we aren't doing is having like a band of bards doing heralding our approach.
I can do that for you if you would like.
That's okay. I think they'll hear me coming. Everyone else will be surprised.
Aldrin just moved because she realized she was standing next to Doll.
Fair.
We want to check this room for secret passages.
That is a great idea.
Which room is that?
This one.
All right. Does it Doran's thinking of flicking a copper into that circle to see what happens, but is that a great idea? Is that a terrible idea?
Only one way to
This
find
thing
out.
first. Sure, it's like I really wonder
Right.
what happens if somebody touches this thing. It seems to be out of my reach.
Doll will reach
You
out
want
and
me
touch
to
it.
touch it?
Doll reaches
Wait.
out and touches it. Dink. But yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
And then he picks it up and hands it to you.
Oh no. Thanks. Does it feel like anything?
It is a small, clear, crystalline gemstone. It's got a slight luminescence to it.
All right. I'll Can't reach to put it back up there.
do you
Shiro
want-
looked at somebody taller than him who's nearby, Vash, and
Yeah.
it's like, could you put that back up there for me? That'd be really great.
Free gem.
I mean,
Yes, yes, please.
all right, here you go, Vash.
Ooh, I moved Shiro instead. Are you? Let me just move you to the side and grab the gem. Are you going to keep it or put it back up there?
Oh, I'm just gonna look at it for now.
Sure.
Because I like shiny things.
Sure, as I said, it's about the size of your thumbnail, maybe a little bit bigger now that you see it's been lifted up out of the hands of the statue. It's probably about the size of your actual thumb to the first knuckle.
Is this circle glowing at all?
Yes, faintly blue.
Okay. I Dawn sort of wanders back and sort of hearing people talking about the gem and says, "I'll see if you can have a look at the gem just to see if it's sort of pulsating in time with the circle."
Yeah, sure.
Its one special function and feature seems to be that it glows faintly. Nothing else.
Well, the statue didn't kill us,
That's a good start.
so he's probably good fine with it. Right, Mr. Statue Man?
Statue ignores you.
Well, while everybody dithers around, Minerva's just going to start searching this room that she finds herself in.
Okay. At the moment, it's very crowded, so it's going to be a bit more awkward to be able to search for secrets within here.
Can I start over behind like the statue? I don't know. There's nobody over there at the
You
moment.
can.
So
Let me
that's
roll
where,
a
that's where she's
dice.
going to start.
Or a die. Okay, you find no secret door.
Yep, that's fine. Or secret butt chamber, where he keeps all his valuable items. Some
No.
would say his booty.
You've already bypassed those kind of secrets.
Fair enough.
You just want to crack open that door, do you?
Yeah. That's it.
What are you doing? What is anybody doing? Let me say, what are you doing, Lenza?
But this is just down the stairs where we were at the end of last time.
It is, yes. The ceiling here is about 40 feet high. The statue asked you to... it said a bunch of stuff in a language that none of you could understand, and then repeated it, said something in trade talk, which was state your business or perish.
Yep.
And Shira responded that they were here for a fragment of beyond and before and ever after. And nothing has happened. So everyone has descended the stairs, and yeah, that's where you basically found us. People starting to explore and investigate.
Excellent. Lovely. So this is like, was this here in the first place, or was it a trap that got set off?
No, that is a recessed area, pit about 20 feet deep. Yeah, full
With
of what appears to be water, maybe, and squiggly bits and bony bits.
Cool. And so probably not a great idea to jump down there. Cool. Yes, Lenza. Lenza isn't very big on this type of stuff. Like, Lenza will be trying to figure out if she could possibly climb across the wall to get around it.
It looks like you would be able to do so without too much trouble. Yeah, anyone that's a fairly adroit climber should be able to manage that without raising a sweat.
Cool. That is what Lenza was doing then.
Cool. What are you up to, Ellen? You are still currently on the stairs, the only one yet to have not stepped foot off them.
I guess I'll step off the stairs.
Oh no!
Come see what everybody's talking about.
Sudden doom and destruction that descends upon you all. For Ellen has arrived.
Oh, what are you guys
She wakes up.
doing?
Ellen, You ought to come out here. Have you seen these anything like these circles before?
I don't know. Probably not.
So bards have a kind of, law masters.
They're very good at they're very good at pub trivia. I hear.
Night. Yeah.
Is there a check I can do or a?
So you have bards have a vast amount of knowledge gathered from their time on the road and their oral traditions. Bards have a 5% chance per experience level to identify the general purpose and function of any magical item, or to know about any person or organization of note or creature. Even if it's successful, the exact function of the item or personal knowledge of the person, organization, or creature is not revealed, only its general nature. But these, you might be able to make head or tail of these. You don't know until you get down there and have a look. The other option you can always do is just, blast out a rockin' song about air and fire
Mm-hmm.
and water and earth.
Yeah.
Now, can I go and have a look at the circle?
If you want.
The circle work.
Which direction is that? I don't know. I can't really see anything except everybody.
Go down south and don't fall in.
I don't like having to walk past you all, but okay. Oh, I see them now. I see the circles. Interesting. Stand against this wall here.
Sure.
Do we like you walking past us?
You feel a slight uncomfortable presence. Something. You've been feeling a little bit untoward in Helen's presence quite some time. It is what it is.
You make me sick.
She's just too rock
okay.
and roll for you, country boy. But you do feel unease when she's near. Are you going to investigate and do or anything else? Any of you? Robin's starting to pick up some of these mushrooms and stuff them into his backpack. The dried ones.
Oh,
Can Zheng talk to these mushrooms?
Are you going to go and try?
I think they did.
Yeah. Well, if they look, I guess, I don't know,
Fresh.
what's the word? Yeah, fresh or juicy. They're probably alive.
See, technically, I could pull out a little bit of science and tell you that they're not plants; they're spores. But
Yeah. It's very true.
They
Very
are
true.
all
Different kingdom.
they are definitely dead, though.
Aldrain's joining a Brother Zheng to also help Robin with his harvesting of the right ones, taking his direction.
He will start shifting some of them to the side. If we leave these here for another day or two, they should be able to be harvested as well. The ones I've got here, I've probably already grabbed all the ones that are dried. It looks like if I was to make an estimation, the ones that are dried are probably enough for a single person, maybe two. It's very meticulous the way they've been laid out.
Someone's going to be pissed when we run off with them.
Bush, do
Yeah.
you reckon you could eat those worms that are down in the pit? They look like
Well,
they'd be
only if you've got
pretty-
no friends.
Well, we could lower if you got a grappling. We could load it and go fishing for some. Assuming that
I
is
was
an
gonna
ad.
test the liquid on the side of the walls, with like the end of the rope and with a coin, and see if it, burns
Ooh,
it. Or
that's
if
a
it
good
melts
idea.
them or anything like that.
I was thinking
Is this
that.
actually a
Yeah.
neutral liquid?
Was it acid?
Okay, so who's doing this?
Shiro.
Move yourself up. Okay. Your coin and your rope get wet. Is anyone else doing anything? What about Vash or...
Well, I think the gem is crucial for this puzzle, so I'm gonna keep it held aloft in front of
Okay.
me while I walk around and see if it does anything.
Sure, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in here and say this is controlled by you. So you should be able to move that now.
Yeah.
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 Well, how about you go towards one of the circles and see if anything different happens.
Yeah. It's gonna carry with me.
Ru's just gonna back out of the room.
Fair enough.
The wind
Cool
does
stuff.
buffet you quite a bit over here the closer you get, and you find as you approach it, it seems to almost, as it stops the pulsing, there seems to be a bit of a withdrawal of the air in the surrounds, and you find that breathing becomes a little bit harder. Not terribly, but just enough to be uncomfortable. It's almost like you're now exerted and you're feeling breathing just to be a bit uncomfortable, a bit troublesome.
Interesting. Hey guys, it's hard to breathe. Once I get to the blue circle.
Well,
Get closer and see how close you can get before you fall over.
maybe you can. Yeah, hold. Maybe you should. If you sure. Is the gem doing anything different?
No.
Nope. Well, before I, choke myself, I'll check out the hot circle, the spicy one.
Okay. So it is warmer and starts becoming slightly uncomfortable as you get right up close to it. But otherwise, the gem remains unchanged. The circle doesn't do anything to you. The mushrooms do look edible. For you, everything looks edible.
The uncomfortable feelings just from the heat.
It seems that way, yes. It's like you're on a hot day outside and you think, I could do with some cool drink or shade.
Breathing is okay on this side.
It is.
My investigation is done. I have nothing else, guys.
I think we should check the walls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Should
fair.
the non-elves assist with that, or just leave it to the elves?
Yeah, I
happy
think
to
walk
help.
around, run your hands over the walls, see if you find any cracks or anything like that. These are they're solid marble walls, right?
Yeah, they're kind of a marbly kind of stone looking, yes.
Yeah, I
Alright.
just mean they're unbroken. They're
Mhm.
pure, unblemished. So, who knows? Anybody could just come across one just by feel. Like if you're just feeling around the walls, and we'll have we've got some specialists, and they'll check more thoroughly. But yeah, while the specialists are doing more in depth, everybody else may as well walk around and check.
Sure.
There's no reason not to.
Alright.
Yeah.
Were you doing
Oh.
anything, Ellen, when you came out here?
I do. They freak me out. I'm freaked.
That's fair. Alright, if people want to start doing circumnavigation of the room, feel free.
Sure, never don't.
Yeah.
But I'll be
I mean-
looking as normal.
Last time Sean did it, he ended up causing all manner of grief. So,
You may have saved the party, though.
well, that's true. I mean, it was the better option, wasn't it? Especially with that blessing we finally played.
Okay. So yes, going around that side, you do feel the heat to be very uncomfortable, and going around the other side, Dorian finds the air to be buffeting him and drawing his breath and making him breathe heavily. But otherwise, no one finds any secret doors.
Like that circle is sucking in the air and pushing it out again. It's a bit weird. I'm gonna go back this way because I don't want to get blown into the pit.
Vash, do you want to try this liquid that's in the well and find out for us if it's water? It seems to be water.
Sure, if you can lower,
No,
the
no,
cup.
there's stuff coming off the walls.
Yeah, it's seeping
Like-
from the
Oh,
walls and running down.
Yeah, so you can just
Yeah, I have a little
touch it with your hand and lick it.
lick.
I mean, the assumption is that the pit's only 20 feet deep, but it could be 100 feet deep with a really massive pile of bones.
Sounds like a Doctor Who episode.
I think we can see the bottom. We can see the bottom of the water.
Well, we could
Can
lower
we?
a grappling hook in.
Yeah, but we still wouldn't know if it's full of bones. We can
Sure.
only see the bones.
I guess. If we can't see the marble below, I guess that's
So
true.
I'm just moving people because I have my token marker somewhere here on the. There it is. It was under Hypatia.
No, Hypatia! Rose, stop controlling Hypatia, come on.
There we go. That's right.
But
There we go. Now I can
Okay.
read. Now I can read what it says.
Yep.
Today, the GM prepared explosive.
It
Okay.
seems like...
So,
sorry.
did you drink or taste the liquidy, watery thing?
Yes, I had a little try.
Okay. So it appears to be water. Seems to be surprisingly clean, surprisingly fresh. Maybe a tiny little bit of a mineral hint, a bit of an aftertaste, but otherwise, you know, it's better than what you get in most village wells.
With a touch of fruitiness, with a slightly acidic bite.
I rate it 9 out of 10 then.
Mm.
That fountain we found in the secret room, now that was a 10 out of 10. That was like ice cap mountain fresh water.
Okay, so there seems to be food and water here, so we might
Yeah.
be able to replenish our stocks while we're here. But we should still work out how we're going to get past this
I told you.
room.
We need to put a rope from that square to that square, one up, one down, and then we can shimmy across there and come in here. Now that we know we're not going to get killed by the fire or the wind, which seems to be a perfect room for drying mushrooms.
Yeah. I'm gonna basically try and use my grappling hook and rope as a very dodgy depth gauge for the pit.
Okay. Sure. Are you trying to ascertain anything in particular?
Get a rough idea how deep it is.
So again, the pit is 20 feet deep.
Well, sorry. Better say. I should better say how deep the water
Okay, so
seems to be.
it looks from your vantage point as a couple inches at most. The skeletons, as I mentioned, are partially submerged, but partially extend above the waterline. But yeah, you can use that if you wish, just to confirm.
Yeah, and I might try and fish some bones just to see what happens.
Okay, so the water is a couple inches deep at most, and you try and fish for bones. Sure, it takes you a couple goes. Eventually, you hook a bone or two. Yay!
Cool. Well, I got Brandon Burns to throwing traps down. Yes.
Cool.
Has anyone got any rope?
Yes.
Yeah, we got heaps of rope.
Lots of people.
Lend some to Sean.
Sure.
Sean's going to move down to here and drive an iron spike into the wall.
I mean,
Nevin, sorry.
sure.
And then tie one end of the rope to it.
Okay.
And he'll take the rope over to this side and do the same thing.
You probably want someone other than you to tie the rope, because you have party members who have actual skills with rope.
Hi. Do you want to do that?
Okay, well, I'll drive a spike in there.
I'm just saying, you got at least one person, maybe more, that have seamanship and know how to tie ropes and knots.
Ellen and
That's
Dorian.
fine.
They know what they're doing.
Don't talk to Ellen. You don't know anything about Ellen. But yes, I can tie knots.
She does look. she does look fabulous. Everybody knows that.
One could say that Ellen is the crowning achievement of the party members.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear,
Zhang wants to know if anyone has a pot, because then if we fill the pot with some of that water, get some of the bones, put some mushrooms in there, place it in the middle of that hot circle, we might get some soup going.
You!
A little
Well-
bone broth and mushroom soup.
Are they humanoid skeletons?
Let's not look too closely. Zhang is hungry.
Well, how about we just cut some of your fingers off and we can make a bone broth out of them?
There's lots of
No. Monk doesn't taste good.
there's lots of fresh protein down
How
there.
do you know?
We don't talk about what happens in the mountains.
Don't worry, I'll get a spell of
Ellen
grow
totally
back soon.
likes Yang, yeah.
Right, you have driven the spikes and you have tied the rope off. There is now not so wonky, but there is a rope attached across there.
Right. So Hypatia is pondering throwing a couple of bones into one bone into each circle. Does anyone want to clear up before I try that?
Yeah, see you later.
Do I
Um,
roll
yeah.
some safety?
Maybe
Yeah.
Sean,
I'll start with the fire thing, and then and then maybe Zhang and Robin could retire to the other side just to see just in case.
The other side.
Is in over here, away from probably, so that area isn't. thingy.
Sean will grab onto the rope and brace himself with the rope. Sorry, not Sean, Nevin.
Yep.
Sean will stay well away from it.
So let me just do something for.
I'm saying you're gonna roll 15d6.
Yep. I have already so far rolled 20d6 tonight. Right, Robin has failed his passed his morale check, and realised what you were doing, and didn't just stand there still looking at the mushrooms and marvelling at them.
Cool. Alright, he goes nothing. I throw the bone, try and throw the bone, roughly into the centre of the circle.
Which circle? The fire circle?
The fire circle.
Okay, everyone can make a surprise check for me at -1, please.
I'm already surprised.
I apologise in advance.
That's fine. What the frick's my surprise check?
Macros.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the first
I've
button.
got no attribute found.
Just make sure you're selected.
Yeah,
There we
it's
go.
like
Yeah.
your token when you do it.
What do I have
Red
selected?
Helm. -1.
Oh, good.
And Dorian is no, and also gets -1. Yeah.
What's happened to Hypatia's image? It's really weird how it just decides not to do that sometimes. I bet if you did it again, the next time you use it, you'll have an image. Anyway. For Dorian. Anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah!
Ellen's didn't work.
Box.
Ellen's
I
didn't
can't
work.
believe that Hypatia's not surprised. What's going on?
Ellen's surprise check didn't work.
I
No
don't have-
helmet. Dice modifier -1.
I don't have a surprise for that.
Wait,
Oh.
no, I'm surprised.
Okay, so Ellen does not have a surprise attribute.
Hypatia's surprised. Shiro is surprised. Sean is
Yeah.
surprised.
Kukulane
Hypatia's
doesn't either.
surprised.
Nevin's surprised.
Well, Ellen
Robin
does
is
not have a
surprised.
surprise attribute.
Dennis surprised.
My mistake.
Actually, it's probably quicker to say he isn't surprised, judging from how many failed.
So can you try it again, please, Ellen?
Why does that look like an elemental just come out?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Cool, nice.
Ellen is surprised. Okay, so I'm going to just bring up an initiative tracker here. And can those of you who are not surprised roll initiative for me, please?
So that's Toad, Senate,
Well,
Shiro,
Latoad-
Minerva, sorry.
Yeah, it's just Minerva because Kukulane and Latoad don't roll initiative.
No.
For me.
Eldraine.
Man, I wish I had my create water spell.
Somehow Minerva is not surprised. What's going on?
We have old initiatives in the turn order?
Do you?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't appear to start with. Alright, let me have a look. I can quickly click them. Minerva
Uh,
22.13. So Lenza,
Yeah,
If
these are
you've
all
been
older.
drinking enough, Henry, you can still create water.
why did
Admittedly, on a very small scale.
why has Senate rolled twice and Zheng rolled twice?
I'm not sure. I clicked it once.
You know what I'm going to do? How about I just let me just remove all turns. Clear. Okay, can people start again? Just those people who are not
Cool. Done.
surprised.
Yep, that's better.
I guess I held the
That's
button
better.
too long.
Says Mr. Nat 20.
Yes, no, like as in it's actually working. You gotta
So
roll
it's
two.
not.
Go first.
Den?
Hmm?
You gotta roll two?
No, I'm surprised.
No, not Eldraine. Eldraine isn't.
I thought she was surprised.
Let's have a look at Eldraine. Eldraine
You're
did not get surprised. You rolled a 4. You are not
Yeah.
surprised on a 1.
Right, let me just pop back into the game because I'm good.
Like, come on, guys. How are you so many of you surprised? Like this is literally what we expected.
That's because
something to happen.
That's because of how sudden it was.
Yeah.
Even if you're expecting it and you're expecting it, you're ready there. But if it comes straight at you, horror
Big
movie
jump
time.
scare.
Yeah, also my characters were ready to like dive into a corner, not fight.
All right,
They
so
were like, it's gonna explode.
So
Initiative.
it exploded. And they dived into a corner. Excellent. So
there's the image of it. So it's about 12 feet tall.
That didn't show anything to me.
It's in
Yeah.
the
Yeah, in the chat.
in the chat.
Oh, right.
Good.
But I can bring up a bigger image if you want.
why not?
I have
Sure.
more pixels.
Let me. That's not what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I just need to put that in people's journals.
Flamey-o.
Players. And then say show to players.
Now I know it's a fire elemental.
Well, you know, you could probably
Yeah.
put 2 and 2 together because it's made of fire and
Uh,
it seems to be elemental in nature.
It's made of fire. What?
Have you seen this party?
All right. So, first up is Lenza.
Yes. I guess I'm not expecting this to work, but possibly with the magic longbow, I'm going to try and shoot it.
Go for it. So it is 12 feet high. There are 2 people directly in front of you, though. I'll give you -1 for their interference.
Yep.
Yes.
But it's all within close range. Everything else should be
Mhm.
fine. So it should be +3. Let's go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that's pretty good.
If it does damage, it's going to be great, but I'm not confident it's going to.
That was impressive.
Look, Lenza apparently just somehow knew exactly this was going to happen.
So who rolled for
Yeah.
Senate?
Double 20.
So,
Nice.
Yep.
I roll for.
So-
Was not surprised. Went through first initiative with a nat 20, and then yeah.
Senate goes on the NPC order. I've got to change her. That's fine. She doesn't get an initiative as per character. After Lenza, it will be Minerva.
Oh, sorry. Did it look like it did damage? Can I?
Can you not see
You
his
see the
health
bar?
bar?
Oh, right. There's the health. Yes, cool. Awesome. That's great. Sorry. Yes, I didn't. I wasn't looking at the health bar.
All right.
Its
Minerva's
gaze
going
focuses
to
upon
be-
the elf.
Minerva's going to move to here. and be like, "Oh no, this seems real bad, guys."
I had
And
to make a
she's gonna pull
surprise
out
check for Doll as well.
longbow. All right,
Oh,
that's her turn.
He does not have a surprise attribute. Did I forget to put these in? No, he's got a surprise attribute. Why did that not work for him? Let's try that again. Surprise. No helmet. Dice modifier. There you go. Really weird. So he wasn't surprised either. Alright. So Minerva pulled out the longbow.
Minerva's done. She got a longbow now.
Zhang.
Well, Zhang does not have a magical weapon as such, but he's gonna move out of the potential fire arc and shoot a sling at the big animated fireball.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Is it armored?
No, it's not. Okay. It will then be Uldrain and Quinjaw.
Uldrain is going to ready her longbow.
Okay.
And where's Lensa?
You
Right
can't
there.
see it.
I saw that Lensa had fired. Hey, I can't see what's happening. Did Lensa's arrow do something?
Alright. It's enemy magic. There is no enemy magic. Allied NPCs. So this is where Senate can act and Dol will act.
And also Latoad and Kukulane.
Mm-hmm.
Kukulane's gonna get in this corner and parry.
Okay. Latoad and the Senate.
Latoad's gonna move over here.
Senate is quite far away, so she'll probably just scooch forward a bit and ready a shot.
Okay. Dol is going to make a morale check. He fails. He is looking at this thing over here. What can you...
Come on, Caradwin.
Yeah, I don't want to completely screw you, but he is likely to step backwards in shock. So I'm going to roll another die. If it's odds, he steps directly backwards. Let's make it a big die, because it might be big death. 54, it's not. He quavers instead. Okay. Enemies and monsters. Say first breath, Hypatia.
Alrighty. She's here somewhere. Any modifiers?
Nope.
Be nice.
You pass. Cool.
Nice.
It then decides to swing at you.
Of course.
Whoops. A second, let me try that again. You get no
Okay.
DR versus its attack.
Ow.
PC magic,
That's not good.
there is none. Ally magic, there is none. End of round. Everyone else can roll initiative for me, please, who has not yet rolled.
Me. Initiative. Let's go, Ellen.
No one had a very round-looking number. Very low-looking number.
Who did?
Dorian.
Why is that? What initiative does Dorian rolling? Let me have a quick look. I may have added the NPC initiative thing for him. No? Why is that?
Maybe I just rolled.
Just hang on a
You
second.
rolled 100 out of 100.
Oh,
You rolled 100 on the D100. Yours makes sense.
No, but it should be 1d20 plus 8. Something. Hang on a second. So
Oh,
something.
yeah, that's true.
Let me just check something. What has happened? You were running the right macro. 1d20 plus 8 plus. What's that?
20 minus.
it looks
Yeah.
different to Nevin's.
It's because you are missing a modifier somewhere.
Okay.
Hang on a second. I'll just pull up the macro.
Let me check my character sheet.
I'll just pull up the macro and see what that variable is. PC initiative. Alright, so it should be minus selected THACO. Does Dorian not have a THACO? You have not put his modifiers for
Oh, I haven't.
attacks in.
Okay, right.
So, let me just quickly, if I go up here and delete that, and go, ooh, that's not the right thing. Mechanics, character attack matrix, show to players. So he is a level 4 magic user.
Yep.
So therefore his THACO would be 18.
Alright. So if I do that, do I need to populate the whole tables for that
You don't.
macro to work?
No,
Okay, so just the
triggers off.
0.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. So I do that. Okay, that's better. I mean,
I'll go find that number 3 that you had there previously, wherever you are. Did you add in there with the 3? You did not. It looks like you overwrote. Alright, let me just reorder that. Alright. So, Lenza Orovire is up first. Oz?
We can't. You're muted. And
Amazing.
Sorry, I've got to turn that off. I said, I guess I'll shoot it again because it worked really well last time.
It worked very well.
Yep. So let's do that. Do I still have the penalty now that there's a clear shot?
No, you do not.
Excellent. So that would be thing, but I also still have my bloody backpack on, which I've got to a combat for last time. So it's exactly the same.
That will miss this time.
That one probably doesn't hit. Yep, cool. And I'm going to back just a couple of steps away, but not going into the
Cool. Sure,
into
you're up.
that.
all right. Shiro is going to 2, 3. Oh wait, Shiro can only move 2, and so Shiro's going to move 2 there.
Those mushrooms have been burnt to a crisp. The ones that were left.
I can actually move 3, so I guess he could go here. This seems really dangerous. He's going to come in here and stab at it.
Okay, you've walked into there. You need to
Yep.
make a saving throw versus breath as you
Yep.
move into its scorching aura.
Of course I failed.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Alright. And then he'll make his attack. Shield 1. There we go.
Okay,
I hit AC 10 and 8. Okay.
you miss. You feel that your small light weapons are incredibly dangerous to use against this, that you're going to get yourself way too close to its burning body in doing so.
Yep. That's fine. Let's just go.
Vash.
Yeah, why don't we just run away up the stairs? Why are we fighting? Just check how much I can move.
Not until we get to here and stab it at range. I mean, I mean, you still have to make a save versus the breath attack, but
You have to make a saving
you're
throw versus
relatively
breath attack
safety.
now, Vash.
How about I just What I play card? Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go.
Only
Okay.
1 damage, Vash. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Wait, what?
Do you wish to take it back?
Oh, yes.
Can you right click on it and say take card?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Puny attack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I'll just
Clearly you've come out there, but you've been shielded from the majority of the heat by Hypatia's brave and selfless sacrifice to come. So make your saving throw or take that 1 damage.
Yeah, trying to find it. There we go. No modifier?
No modifier. You take 1 damage. Oh no.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do?
Swing at it with my body shuffle.
Try and give it a chef's kiss?
Yes.
Cool. No penalty to hit. I mean, you are fighting through a rank, but it is tall and Shiro is small.
Well,
That is a miss.
Ooh. Okay.
Ellen,
Shoot it.
go for it. Because of the GIF you're using there, Susan, I'm thinking of giving you a successful hit anyway because it just came up. Your longbow arrow flies miles wide, though, Ellen. You may be the king in court, but not in battle.
Doesn't Vex's GIF make her auto crit if she strikes at Shiro?
Maybe. Jaquan is up.
Jaquan's dumping backpack
Cool.
and then moving down to there.
Cool. I will put a backpack there for you. Let me
The
just.
backpack was, yeah.
Yep.
Near
Yeah.
the statue.
Where is my backpack? Where's my backpack gone? There it is. Drop backpack. And I will put on that a name of Jaquan. Does everybody see the name?
I mean, it's
Uh,
probably
It
part
would if
of
it was
that,
if it was in line of sight.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
it's below.
Good. Just want to make sure that was visible to you guys. It will be Nevin of Nowhere.
I mean, it seems a bit redundant to try and run around there, so I'm just going to throw a hurlbat at it.
Go for it.
So that's a. Yeah, sure. Is that 30 feet?
Yes.
And a range on a hurlbat is
That will be medium range. I think.
medium.
Excuse me. Let me have a look. If I was to bring up weapon ranges and show to players, your hurlbat comes under throwing axe. Oh no, hurlbat's there. 20 feet, 40 feet is medium. So yep, medium.
Medium. Okay, I haven't got a macro for this, so I'll just go.
Just roll a d20, see if it's important.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
That is not important.
Nope.
Alright, after Nevin, it will be Minerva.
Minerva's going to move to here and shoot at it with her longbow.
Go for it.
Nope.
That is a miss. Zhang is up. By the way, any arrows that strike this thing are destroyed. So you will get
Yes.
no arrows back from this encounter. Zhang.
Zhang is going to shoot another. What's it called? Sling.
Mhm.
Oop.
That is a miss. Sean.
Bloody hell.
He is casting prayer.
Cool. Aldran.
Uldraine is going to drop her backpack on the square she's in and fire her longbow.
Cool. Okay. Let me put the backpack just there. And drain.
No hit modifiers.
Yeah, you're going to have some substantial modifiers for you. Because you can only see part of it because of the wall. And then you've
Yep.
got like two taller than you people directly in front of you. And another two taller than you people in front of them there. Even though it's tall, you know, they're right in front of you. So I'm going to give you
Yep.
-3 on this attack roll.
Let's see what happens.
It is a
That would
miss.
be a no.
Hypatia de Lorgan, you have started your round within 10 feet of this creature.
But just before I'm done, I just want to note, you see, Oz, that's the smart way, because if you don't hit it, you get a chance to get your arrow back.
No, Mr. Arrows are lost.
Aww.
Yeah.
Do I have any modifiers?
Nope.
Right.
It would tell you if there was a modifier. You take the damage. No DR. You're starting to cook. It's like you're an oven. You're melee.
Off of nowhere.
Cool. I dump my pack and draw my sword. Turn.
Cool. Let's put a backpack at your feet. You can. Hypatia. You can take the token marker off your character sheet as well. Dorian Sondaro and Shaquan and Eldraine should take their backpack token marker off as well.
Timely doesn't have any other doesn't have any things. We haven't rested yet, have we?
Nope.
Nope.
5, 10, 15. Gonna start casting a spell.
What spell you casting?
Magic missile.
Cool. Enemy magic. There is none. Allied NPCs. Dol is going to move to there. Feel free to do your NPCs.
Alrighty. Robin really can't get a shot off it, so he's just gonna hold an action, I think.
Same with Senate.
Cool. And Lato
Done.
does not want to be cooked. Enemies and monsters. Right. It is going to attack Hypatia again. I think that will be a
Hey.
miss.
Yay!
Lucky you dropped your backpack.
Yep.
PC magic. Okay, the prayer goes off.
Nice.
Okay.
Can I cast my spell now?
Yep, so you can. So just you want to put your aura on for prayer?
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just. So you sort of
Yeah.
cast your spell. So it is 1d6 plus 1 damage if you wish to loose it this turn. Otherwise, this round. Otherwise, you can hold it for a turn. 10 minutes.
Let's just have at it.
What?
Hey, above
Nice.
average.
Nice, nice.
60 feet circle.
Okay. That will
Oh.
strike.
Does it do +1 damage because of prayer?
Yeah,
Or
why
is-
not?
It's a blessed magic missile. Oh.
It is. So that would be 6 damage. Ooh, let me click on the right part of the thingamabob. There we go. Done. End of round. Lenza, you're up.
Alrighty, let's do it again.
Remember that +1 to hidden damage. Come on, let's go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, cool. So,
You have no penalty to hit. There's no one that's like right in front of you to block. And it's large, so it's cool.
I still have -1 from having a backpack on.
Offsetting by the prayer. That will be a miss, though.
Yep.
Shiru, you have started your round within 10 feet of it.
Yep.
Save versus breath attack.
Yep.
Or start to be broiled.
Yeah.
What a fucking waste. Nat 20. That's
You're-
fine.
You're like,
Sure, it's gonna-
I'm a forge master, man.
Shira's like, this is the worst. Shira's gonna back out. Disengage. There you go. That's
Cool.
my turn.
Vash, you're up.
I'm gonna fight it.
Go for it.
I don't need to save a breath attack.
Oh, you do actually. Sorry. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Fire it. Oh,
Come on now. Oh wow. Damn it. I was so slow at finding this macro, I should just have it open all the time.
They should be down in your bottom left-hand corner when you select your character, I think.
Oh, bottom left? No, I don't see it.
Well, the
Okay,
worst
fine.
times to roll a 1.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
This-
fine.
I
That's
mean,
okay.
they're in there if she adds them to her macro bar. They're
Okay.
available to be added to the macro bar, but people have to add them.
Take 1 damage.
That is a hit.
Hey,
And it's a
nice.
substantial hit. Alright,
Yes, big.
Slap him red even though he's already red.
Ellen, you're up.
I realized before I should have dropped my backpack before I shot, shouldn't I?
It just makes it a bit easier. You don't suffer a penalty to hit, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll just shoot it again.
Go for it. That is a miss.
Ooh, so close.
Every time!
Jaquan Kruber.
Jaquan steps up
Mhm.
and
That'll
does
be-
what Jaquan does.
That will be cooking your
Yep.
little dainties. Saving throw versus breath.
That doesn't get the benefit of prayer, does it?
No.
Saving throw, yeah, it does.
Oh, yes, so saving throw it does. Yes.
Ah.
My apologies. Yes.
Wouldn't matter anyway.
No,
It's
you
it's
still
not bless, it's prayer.
Yep, you do take the damage.
Which was 4. Yeah.
Does the prayer DR work against that? Wait, does prayer do DR?
No prayer does
No,
no,
not.
it does. Does -1 for the enemies to
Gee, okay.
do.
It's attacks -1.
Yeah.
I miss with my first.
You do.
And let's do that again.
Ooh.
That is
Like
okay.
a Kruber.
Alright, nice blow. Nevin.
We'll get his sling out.
Mhm.
And throw a bullet if he can do it in one turn, otherwise he'll do it in his next turn.
Getting a sling out is a movement in position, and you can shoot this turn. Yep, go for it.
Hmm.
See if you can rock
Are
his
we
bullet.
less than 40 feet? Yes.
You
Was 30 foot.
neither of you have moved, so
Yep.
But you got prayer now, so come on, let's go.
I
that
could hit.
is a miss.
Dang.
We hadn't seen a 3 before. Who
Hmm.
knows what could have happened?
Yep.
All right,
Minerva.
Minerva will shoot an arrow at it because there's no time like wasting arrows.
Go for it.
So many things to input. Bam. Ooh.
That is a
Nice.
hit. Your arrow bursts into flame and turns to ash. You do not have a magical bow, do you?
I don't. Nobody I have has magical weapons. Oh, except
Cool.
Latrine.
Zhang is up.
Zhang's gonna shoot another sling
But
because
your arrow went straight through it. Go for it, Zhang.
I went straight through it.
And caught on fire and turned to ash. And
Alright, Zhang's gonna just put his bag down and take it as Guando. 'Cause you never know.
You never know if you never go undo.
There's a quote.
Feel free to take off your token marker.
Yep.
Cool. Sean Fitzlogan.
He's looking pretty down and out there. Sean will take a step to there and shoot an arrow.
Okay, you have -1 to hit because of Vash, and you also have -1 because of your satchel.
Yep. So -2,
Mhm.
but then I get +1 from prayer, don't I?
What range?
Yep, he's definitely short range. That is a miss. All drain. Okay. What are you doing, all drain?
Uldrain is, I can't see Al on a scale of 1 to Hypatia's hit point total. Roughly, how are you feeling?
Could be better. Could definitely be a lot worse.
Uldrain's going to step to there and start casting a spell.
Okay, so you're moving into its aura.
Then
Save
that
verse-
is
Save verse breath or take a point.
Uldrain does not want to.
You get +1 of the saving throw. Fred. Power of the 8 has compelled you to pass, and you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're casting a heal spell.
Yeah.
Cool. Lucky you didn't take some damage then from the fire aura.
Mhm.
That was substantial.
That was going to ruin it.
Hypatia, you begin your round. Saving throw versus breath,
Let's-
please.
Cool. Let's get some. Sure. That's been. Oh, whatever. +1 would have helped anyway. So.
God, I thought it was just a flat 5 from the breath constantly.
No.
Ew.
1d6.
It being a d6 is a lot better. It's like 5 damage.
All right.
Especially
Let's
when-
take some. Let's stab and take some fire damage because really that's what's going to happen.
Let's go!
I presume it isn't unarmored for the purposes of slashing weapons.
You do not gain bonuses to damage, no.
Okay, nothing apart from the from prayer.
Yes, it does not have fleshy bits.
Mm-hmm.
That will strike it, and it will simply vanish.
Hey!
Okay. Not going to do that again.
I mean, we should do it for the other one, right? Looking at the
Yeah,
fire
go into the other
circle,
one.
does it look
Can
like
we-
Does it look
can we
weaker
wait?
now?
No.
It looks exactly the same.
Yes.
Shit.
Throw another bone in, see what happens.
Wait, can we?
Yeah, no.
This is just like the XP farm here, man.
That's not how it works.
Cool.
I
Well,
assume the spell's going to go off.
Yes.
I'm a little bit worried that when we hit. Oh,
Add 1
Oh,
to
nice.
the null.
7
Dying.
healing. Big.
So what are you worried
Yep.
about?
I'm a little worried that when we touch the dirt over here, we're going to summon like a rock golem to fight us.
Well, I don't think so. It's not the dirt. It's these weird magic symbols that we're going.
Yeah,
sticking.
yeah.
There's,
Oh,
there's
I
no
don't mean
magic
like-
symbols
I
over
don't
here.
mean like right here. I'm just worried that there's going to be a magic.
Well,
dirt
stop
circle.
throwing stuff at the magic circles.
He's concerned that
do
everything
it
was
again.
fine until
Do
the
it
fire
again.
golem
Animation
attacked.
attack. Yeah.
okay.
Ah.
I'm going to pick up my backpack.
Okay, you guys can return your backpacks to yourselves. Put your token markers
Yep.
back on, please.
Yep.
So Zheng, Hypatia, Jaquan, and Uldrain.
Cool.
Which you must herb.
Now, my hurlbat that I threw, can I retrieve that or not?
Yes, you can. Because it's not made of flimsy wood, arrow, and resin.
Yeah, I know. But it might have also landed in the pond,
Nah.
depending on how bad my throw was.
Sure, you know what? Roll a d6. On a
I was
1 or a
gonna
2,
say,
on a 1 or 2 it does.
you said that, and Girl was like, no, I would Yeah, let's go with that.
You can get picked
So
up.
good.
Hang on. I should have checked to see if it went in the circle, shouldn't I? You get
Oh,
second one.
100%. How about we just decide on a 5, but only a 5?
Every
It
missed
lands
arrow.
right in there.
Every missed arrow had a chance of summoning one. It's all good.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, if you think so, I'll just do it. I'll just bring out a few more.
Next
Talk
time.
about farming XP.
So what are you doing? The fire elemental has been extinguished with virtually no real injury to yourselves.
Yeah.
Do we want to try and activate the other one, or just go out of the room?
Let's just go. Might find something else beyond the pool anyway.
Could be a cool air elemental.
Or ice, because you got cold. And although you couldn't breathe though, so maybe.
Suck all the loot away.
What are you doing?
Well, let's try and climb across, I guess.
Only for those looking at Discord is what I'm concerned the air elemental thing's going to be doing.
Yes. Well.
I mean,
For fuck's sake.
Yep. Do you want Lenza to go across first, or?
I'm thinking more of this.
Oh, that's weird. Because Aaron went away, but Kaylee came back.
So, you've been procrastinating here for a little bit now. Your prayer spell has run out.
Aww.
It only lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah, I know.
Not too bad. Yeah.
But
So yeah, I
it's
guess
1 minute of awesomeness.
Yeah, if we can set up the rope like that, then Lenza will use it to try and hop across and scout what's ahead, I guess.
Cool, you can do so. You do not need to make a roll. The rope.
I should probably ask, does it look dark out there, or is it just we just can't see it because we're not?
Well, it depends what light source you're carrying.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Lenza doesn't have a light source. Could I possibly borrow one of the continual flames that didn't go out?
I mean, Vash has a glowing gem. Or you pick up some of the glowing circle.
Yeah, right. Excellent.
There's a. I've got a torch you can borrow, or I can
No.
just chuck it across.
I've still got a continual light, so.
Doesn't
one of my
Chiro want to
characters
go first?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still got fine traps, doesn't he?
Latoad will
What's that,
lend
Minerva?
you. Latoad will lend you their continual light pendant. I have removed
Cool.
it from Latoad's character sheet.
Awesome.
I will put it on
Lenza, please.
Lenza. Bright light, 60 feet, save.
But yeah, sure, should probably
On.
No,
get
with
over
the fine
there.
traps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go there. Toad. No, wrong way.
Sure, he'll hook himself up by his belt and climb over
think-
the rope.
Aaron said, and I think Grail said, don't need to roll.
Yep, no need to roll.
Yep.
It's
Cool,
easy
so
enough.
we'll head across.
It's easy enough for someone who can climb walls well.
Ha.
Well,
What-
sure, I can't. Well, I mean, he's physically able.
Yeah, are you coming across Shura then?
Make a dex check for Shiro.
Sure.
And welcome
Yes.
back, Ellen. You are across just.
Cool.
You get a little
He
bit wobbly
passed.
at the end. Yep.
Because
What
he's a ninja.
is that?
That is a semi-spherical orb of shimmering silvery kind of substance that seems to be sitting upon the top of the stone or the marble floor there.
Throw something into it.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, Mark would have loved to have licked that.
I like that there seem to be these bodies that have been buried to grow mushrooms. It's a mushroom farm.
Sure, step forward. Do I see any traps?
You do not.
Hmm. But just because I can't see any traps doesn't mean that we're not about to get attacked. So shields up, boys!
Yeah, we'll wait here if you want to take the first step. No offense.
Nova's gonna cover us. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, you step foot upon the dirt. Just wait there for a second.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
The ground here is densely packed dirt, and it smells musty and earthy. What can you see? Probably everything in this room. Yeah, so there are a number of skeletons that seem to be peeking up at places throughout this dirt. Again, more so than what you see here. But the larger clumps of bones and skeletons do have these large, they are quite large, russet-coloured flat-capped mushrooms. And you see these, what Robin mentioned were fairy caps. These look like just, growing ones, covering vast quantities of this earth. It does look like the ground here is really abundant with kind of life. It just looks to be this really loamy, earthy kind of substance, and it does have that real nutty, earthy, dirty kind of smell to it. But otherwise, you're okay. You're not killed.
Looking at this thing, this big silvery orb thing, can we see inside it or something?
You cannot.
Okay. So it doesn't have like a giant blue toad inside it?
No.
Good. That's what it vaguely looks like to me, for some reason.
Oh, yes, I guess so.
Yeah, don't want to fight a slide today. That'd be bad.
No, Grail wouldn't do that because he knows Aaron would then insist that we take the giant toad orb with us because Latoad came out of the last one. Imagine what's in this one.
It's like a giant gashapon for amphibians.
No, but there's nothing that you can see within it. You can't see past it. Well, maybe you can.
Okay.
Maybe it's just full of this kind of shimmery kind of stuff. Yeah. It is what it is.
Well, there's a stairwell there. It looks like we could collect some of these mushrooms, Robin, and maybe set them up to dry. What do you think? Where's Robin? All the way back there.
All the way at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Do some of the fighters want to cross over with us? So we've got some backup as we cross this room, just in
Sure.
case something does jump out.
Yeah, Sean will. Nevin will jump across, so will Sean.
Yeah.
Do I need to do special rolls?
Yep.
Krube's got to come.
So, dex check, please, to cross.
For everyone, or?
Anyone who does not have the climb walls ability.
Where's that, buddy?
I don't think I have climb wall.
You do not.
It's the monk and thief thing or rogue thing.
Yes. So, Zhang and
Aye.
Latrine and Minerva will not have to.
Krube are not happy.
No, you passed. That's good. Rolling low's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Roll.
Krube are happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to roll under your dex, which is
Equal or under. Yep.
Okay, that's
Otherwise,
good. That's
you're having a higher skill
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
but would be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, Sean's
Ellen.
good. Nevin's good. Where's Sean?
Ellen has fallen.
Ellen only has dex of 9?
So you were
Dang.
you were trying to move across by the rope to get across here.
Yeah.
All right. So you have fallen into the pool. Spludge.
How?
You've fallen 20 feet
Oh.
into the water, but it's only a couple
Quick.
inches. So you're going to take 2d6 damage.
No. Do I roll those?
Oh, I just rolled it just then. 5 damage. Clunk.
No.
Splash.
Okay, pass her down some ropes so she can climb out.
The worms at the bottom, all scurry away from you.
Away,
good.
that's good.
They look good
Uh,
eating though.
Well,
It's
don't-
either good or they're terrified of Ellen. Just
Don't
saying.
talk, don't talk to me.
Did you take your damage?
I have no. Did that work?
Yep, it did.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to press enter at the end, otherwise it doesn't accept it. Cool, but you are otherwise unharmed. Just your backside and ego are bruised.
My ego's fine. I'm fine.
Okay, then just your backside.
Can someone who's over here pass down a rope to them? Nevin, do you have a rope that they can climb up?
Nevin does not have a rope.
Hello.
He doesn't have any rope skills.
Anybody?
Lenza can move back and chuck a rope, possibly passing the other end to Nevin.
Yep.
So when you say
Nevin can hold a rope.
So when you say you don't have any rope skills, anyone can tie a knot, but the thing is, if someone without substantial skills, so the people with seafaring or something else like rope mastery or rope maker, etc., try to do it, then the knot might come undone.
More importantly, I forgot to buy a rope.
This is that is also.
But my excuse is not that I'm too dumb to buy a rope, it's that I don't have rope skills.
That's fair enough. You know, it's a logical one.
Alright. Well, Shiro will start crossing, I guess.
So is someone passing a rope down to Ellen?
Yes, Lenza got hers out and passed it to Nevin to help pull.
Nevin will pull.
Okay, stop there. You hear a clear, high-pitched, slightly accented voice, maybe female, yell out at this point. That is enough, Master Gnome. Do not pass any further.
Who's there?
State your business or perish.
Alright.
I seek mushrooms.
No. I seek, say the same thing as I said before. Seek the shard of... Damn it. Let me go find my note.
Shiro says, 1 minute, pulls out his diary,
Yeah.
licks his finger, starts flipping pages, licks his finger again. Hang on, just 1 more minute.
Yeah. I wish to tread the path. I wish to journey beneath the tower and find the fragment of beyond and before and forever after. And retrieve it.
To what purpose? What are you and your comrades hoping to achieve with the fragment?
We're hoping to keep it out of the hands of the warlord, I believe.
And this is in trade talk. You're throwing a hurl pat?
No, I'm writing a macro so that next time I want it to.
Yes, that was in trade
Very
talk. I
great.
thought you sent me a message and you were like, this is in trade talk.
No,
But
no.
it was
no.
Sean rolling.
Yep. The female voice is speaking in trade talk as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, unless it sounds better in the divine language, but otherwise, yeah, it's just in trade talk.
And if others were to take what you seek, what would your thoughts be, Master Dwarf?
If others
Master
were to
Gnome,
take-
sorry.
If others, that's fine. Stonekin, we're all Stonekin here. I believe it depends on who was taking it and for what end.
Has anyone else doing anything whilst this conversation is going on? You can all hear it clearly.
I guess I'll sort of motion Dorian across, and I'm going to ask him to tie a safety line onto the same pin or the same rope as the line going across here.
Okay. And if anyone passes the rope down to Ellen, she can clamber up without making the roll. That's fine.
Cool.
Oh, I was sure never misholding one there, but no one moved up, so he just moved to there.
Cool. Would you and your party seek to stop them with violence or with words, Master Gnome? I see that you are encroaching
and violence
forward.
if that doesn't work. Force if it does. Yeah, force should only follow where words fail.
Ah. I see, and you have a formidable force. They are approaching you now.
Yeah. Formidable.
How many are you, Master Gnome?
No, around 20.
And at whose behest did you enter this place?
The heroes of the valley, the Knights Vigilant.
That's a lie.
No, it isn't. We came here on Lashnara's behest, and he is the remains of the Knights Vigilant. The Order of the Silver... Wait, what are they? Order of the Silver Hand? Damn it.
Silver Dagger.
Silver Dagger?
Silver Dagger, that's it. I was thinking the 12-fingered hand. But yeah, Lashnara is... That's who we're here for. Lashnara's behest.
I mean,
Well, that's who Shiro's here for.
I see.
I mean, Minerva would have a very different answer. She's literally only here to help out Hypatia.
Mm-hmm.
Lashanara the Conjurer in the City of Bridges. You come at
I didn't
his
say
behest.
Lashanara, but very well.
I thought you just mentioned that too.
Oh, was Lenza like, that's
No.
a lie? Were you
No, not
yelling
out
that
loud.
out? Okay,
Okay,
well,
sorry.
then
Sorry.
just consider
thought-
that as just
Okay.
me being like,
You
Shut
come
up,
here
boss.
for Sir Etienne and his fellows.
yes. Correct.
And why did they not come themselves?
They were busy with other threats to the valley.
The valley is under threat currently.
Yes, there's a dragon.
A dragon.
Mhm.
Interesting. Who unleashed this hell upon the valley?
Can people unleash dragons? Nobody that I know. Who can
Hmm.
control a dragon?
People.
Okay.
Lashara, maybe? There are others
Really?
in the valley that might have a chance. Dragons are creatures of greed and avarice. Capricious, cruel. They can be controlled because they have base instincts.
These.
Are you the leader of this ensemble, Master Gnome?
No.
Who is? Let them step
We-
forth.
Do we have a leader?
Well, now I guess we have to pick one. It's probably
King
going to be
Ellen.
Hypatia. Oh, Helen.
Yeah,
No.
She was leading us
absolutely
here. She's got a point, guys.
Hypatia has been the driving force behind most of what we do, so I do also agree Hypatia should be the one to step forward, and even though you're still on the other side of the thing, aren't you?
Yep. I'm bringing up getting Dorian just right to rig up a safety line, so I can.
I don't think that this is particularly fair. I think that we've answered a lot of questions and you have answered none.
Ah, but I have the power to destroy you, Master Gnome. And you? What power do you have?
Belief. The power of the 8.
And
I
what,
see the light.
and what do the 8 tell you?
I don't know. Shiro meditates for a second and sees if the 8 say anything to him.
They do not. What religion do you follow, Master Gnome, if the 8 are guiding your hand?
I follow the path of sufferance. The tempering path.
I see.
We will be forged by our trials.
I guess. It is possible.
Everybody gets tempered in the flames of life.
It is possible. Many things are possible. Very well. Bring forth all your members. Let me see them.
Line them up for me to massacre.
Oh, I'm just waiting for Hypatia to get over here.
Okay.
Or clear a
Well,
path.
I've tied up a safety line, so if anyone does mine, I can budge in front. Alright, need dex check, you say?
Yes.
That's why I've got a safety line. Blah, 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 blah. Do I have an ability check?
Ah, I know what happened, Ellen.
How about I actually select something?
Good. You get across.
That's Sean.
Yep. He gets across.
Sean gets across. He can move forward. He'll stand behind.
You should have been
ability check,
chanting,
there we
Ellen.
go. Dex.
So who are you talking
D20.
to? Shiro?
I don't know, I guess the person who's inside this, like, dome thing, maybe? Or
Oh, yeah!
the spirit that inhabits this place? I don't know, they haven't said their name.
Hmm.
I'm gonna untie myself off the safety line and sort of pass it back.
My name is Yaeyestll.
Do we have any idea where the voice is coming from?
It seems to be just echoing around a bit.
So can you help us transverse the tower?
It is possible.
Is there something that you want?
I want many things.
Hmm.
I fear that we may have competing interests. And I do not like competition. But
Yeah, that's fair. How long have you been down here?
I have been here for some time, and I am prepared to temper my interests for passage. I will make an arrangement with you. That we shall ally, and that no harm shall befall each other whilst we remain within this complex. The Senate has fallen.
Ooh. Did
Oof.
you use the safety line?
We'll say
Yes.
yes, but she still takes a d6 damage.
Better than 2d6.
1. Do we have an arrangement?
And you'll help us. We will aid each other in transversing this facility.
Yes. I have managed to penetrate a few levels below here until I was driven back. I have some knowledge. But I am not weak, and I am a great ally, I am sure. But I want your word, all of you, that you will not harm me, and in that case, I shall not harm you. At least, as long as we remain in this spike. Do we have an accord?
I mean, that seems.
This is.
We'll have to vote on it, but that seems fine by me. What do you guys think?
Dodgy
I
as
can deal
hell.
with that.
Well,
mean-
yeah, we don't know what he wants.
Yeah, we have no idea, and the fact that it's like.
The fact they're concealed as well is somewhat concerning.
Yes.
Which means
or
they're
at least-
probably some there could be some sort of degenerate or other never do the well. I mean, then again, it's not as if we haven't. If we tolerate half orcs, then children rule next. Oh wait, no.
Pots and kettles here, mate. Like degenerates. Like I'm not pointing any,
What a surprise! I take some damage.
You do.
not pointing any fingers here, but a certain elf might disagree with. Well, they would disagree with us if they weren't a corpsicle.
I'm assuming that they're hiding from us because they don't want us to attack them.
You
I mean,
outnumber
that
me.
seems reasonable.
You
Oh, yeah,
outnumber
I
me
assume
20
it's not.
to 1, apparently.
Yeah, I don't think it's malicious hiding from us. You're not an ogre, are you?
Oh my god, no. Nor am I a
Okay.
degenerate.
Well,
If
that's a
you-
good start.
Well, not being an ogre wins you in my book. At the
If
back,
you-
Minerva's like, "What's your problem with ogres? Some of them are cool."
If you were an ogre, would you tell us you were an ogre?
Most likely not. If you asked me, I would probably say, my goodness, no. But
My
That
goodness,
is-
Noga.
that is the answer that you receive. But I can assuredly say that I am not, though you have to take my word for it. But I am concerned by some of the chatter among you.
What, broadly speaking, are your aims here?
Yeah.
I have competing interests with you.
Clearly,
So, are we agreeing to fight together through the tower until the end and then fight between our two competing interests? Or is there some way we could both get what we want?
Possibly. You want to keep the fragment that is trapped within here, held prisoner, away
Maybe.
from certain factions, individuals. Who is it that you wish to keep it from?
the warlord.
The warlord. I have not heard of this warlord. Is he now rampaging across the valley?
That's an assumption.
He's gathering forces, as far as we
Ah.
know.
I am not the warlord. I am not a warlord, though perhaps my once lover was. Perhaps he still is. I haven't seen him in some time. Maybe he is the warlord. Is his name Harvan?
Oh.
Yeah.
No. I don't. I mean, maybe. We don't know.
That's
Havan is the head of the 12-fingered hand, which we haven't run into. Apart from
yeah.
Field Crest of the Void.
Yeah.
yeah.
If I was to take this fragment that is held prisoner within here, you can rest assured that I would not give it to any warlord.
What if we destroyed it? Is it destroyable? What would that do? That would kill everybody in the valley, wouldn't it?
I have no idea. I do not know if it can be destroyed. Perhaps it can. My knowledge of it is limited, only that it is vastly powerful, coveted, and so myself and some of my comrades came in here.
And where are your comrades now?
Dead.
Dead. Yeah. figured.
Mushroom food.
I came in here with 2 members of my organization and 5 retainers. We trusted to our power, and we paid for it. I alone survived.
And you're still here because you can't get out by yourself, or
Once entering this spike, as
You
per,
can't leave.
there is only freedom at the bottom. I have been subsisting on the mushrooms here, the worms, and the water for about 2 months.
harsh.
Survivable. The worst thing is the solitude, the darkness, the dank, the claustrophobic oppression. Occasionally I have ascended or descended the stairs to stretch my legs, to take in other areas, but yes, I have been here possibly without hope of salvation. Until I either find someone to help me, or I find a way through, past the gargoyles.
Ooh, gargoyles.
Oh, good.
I think we should align. Like this is a perfect alliance to me. Like
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
need to check. Is that
They-
Minerva saying that?
that's Shiro saying that.
Okay.
Like I don't see why we don't have this person help us. If they've made it through a couple more layers of the tower, that seems all the better to me. And we can work together to get through the rest, and then we try to negotiate once we reach the fragment. Like,
Yeah, but if people start disappearing in the night, I'll reevaluate the situation.
well, then yes, part of the deal is if either side attacks each other, like obviously that ends contracts, right? Like,
Then
Mhm.
I shall not destroy you, and we shall make an accord. Step
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
Kruber just wants to speak up.
What did you want to say, Kruber?
Have you ever been to Sumberton?
Many times.
If you were there, would you harm a halfling known as Willebrod?
I do not know this. I do not know this halfling.
That may be for the best.
that means they haven't been to Summerton in a long time.
Step back, please.
Oh man, how far back?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit further. The warrior lady.
Ancient
and
red dragon!
The warrior lady and the gentleman as well, the giant. Arise. A large, hulking
Whoa.
behemoth of a creature made from earth and rock shrugs its way up
Well,
out
you-
of the ground.
Your premonition about rock monsters was pretty accurate.
It stands about 16 feet tall, 17 feet tall. You are dismissed back to your realm. I require you no longer.
We could have taken it,
I mean,
but
yes.
I'm glad we didn't have to.
And it
We
will then
smashed fire.
it will then turn and bow in towards this corner, and then crumble to dirt and just fall back on the ground.
Wait, what's your name?
Dusty.
Riders.
Ooh.
And then, appearing as
Ah.
if it just from a veil of nothingness, steps a woman.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
Her image
she
is
got
now-
some good stuff. Things and
Yep.
stuff. Mm.
Yep, I do remember that. That claw was interesting.
My name is Yaeyestll. I am known as the Enslaved. I will help you. And you will help me. And together we will leave this place.
That sounds pretty good.
Sounds like some good song lyrics there.
I am glad I did not have to destroy you.
Me too.
The
Shiro
feeling's
also
mutual.
looks her up and down and says, "So, ex-lover might be the warlord, huh?
Well,
Interesting."
he's the kind of person who would be a warlord, was a warlord, though he is a slaver by trade, and an assassin and a murderer. An interesting man, but he is old now.
You've got a thing for bad boys, but I did also hear you slip in very subtly into the conversation that you were single. So, good to know. Thanks.
Nice.
Below us is the Labyrinth, the next floor down. It is a realm and a floor cast in shadows and haunted by shades. It is not one to be taken lightly. Light sources do not penetrate far.
Alright.
Oh, okay. And how have you been getting around that? Or can you see in the dark?
I can see in the dark.
Okay.
I can see many things, but I also have been through there a few times. The shades occasionally attack me if I enter, but I have driven them off. Oh, excuse me, driven them off or destroyed them. But they do keep returning.
I think we should gather the mushrooms, start the drying process, maybe rest here and then head down. What do you
Well,
guys
how-
think?
Yeah, I reckon we want to rest here for. Well, how long does it take to dry the mushrooms out?
It takes
Weeks.
about a week. I have some store for a couple days, but that was for me. The large mushrooms can also be consumed. The cadaver spores. They are bland, but are
Any
very
mushrooms
nourishing.
poison?
Can they be consumed without drying them out? Is that what you
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Nice. Well, I reckon
Well-
we want to rest up here for a bit because it sounds like it's a pretty safe spot to rest up.
As long as you do not cross the circles, you are fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
well, we worked that
noticed.
out.
I noticed.
What's this thing?
That is my shelter. A magical
Oh,
wow.
you've got like the
Nice.
moving shelter thing.
It is not
That's
moving, it is immobile, but yes.
Nice.
Is
Alrighty,
there
so
some weird big blue thing inside it?
No, it's
Uh,
just a funny pattern upon the. If I was
Cool.
to go
Have-
into dynamic lighting and remove that,
ooh, that's
It's
a
just-
cool
Okay.
shelter.
it's just
It's
an
like a
orb.
corrupted elevator thing.
It's just an
Okay.
orb that it looks crazy when you make it big.
Okay. Have you tried eating any of the worms that are in the?
Yes, I did
Yeah,
mention that.
I did say.
Oh, okay, good.
They are not particularly tasty, but they provide sustenance. You
It
must.
explains why they ran away when we fell in there.
You have to cook them, though. I would
you know
not
how
suggest eating them raw.
Do you know how far the dirt goes down here?
About 5 to 6 feet, I believe.
Okay. Hmm. Do you guys think we should? Well, if we're gonna rest here, we can check all the walls for secret passages again.
There are none.
Oh,
There are no secret passages upon this level. Now,
Are
I
you
have
s-
told you who I am. Who are all of you?
oh, Minerva's gonna rush over. Oh, hi, I'm Minerva.
I
Wanna hear
polished my
life
rod.
story?
I'm
He's a
Carradwin
pro-
now.
It's a Minerva Carradwin off for who can be the least wise.
I'm excited to meet another fellow friend. Ah, you sound very interesting. I used to be a mercenary, but then I met these guys. They're pretty cool. I think you'll enjoy hanging out with us.
Now I'm a murder hobo instead.
You guys have not
Oh.
been murder hoboing at all.
Then I took a cash supply problem to the knee.
Sure. Hypatia inclines ahead. I'm Hypatia DeLorgan. And Sundara introduced himself as well.
Did anybody
Shortage.
not introduce themselves or introduce themselves with a pseudonym?
No.
No.
Lenza won't be happy about it, but Lenza will introduce herself.
Oh no, Lenza.
I mean,
she
so
might
no
learn
change.
your backstory.
To be fair, Joel lied depending on how you consider
Yeah.
what he
To be
said.
fair, dull. To be fair.
Sorry, he told an untruth. It may not have been a lie.
Not wrong.
I'm the king.
I'm the king. Sure is the
Yeah.
short king.
I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Do you wish to rest now, you said?
Yep.
It is safe to do so.
How do you know that there's no secret passages on this floor?
Probably they've spent their time checking.
Yeah, but No offense meant. You just seem to be a human. Are you like? How did you check? Do you have like? Are you very skilled in finding secret passages?
You ask me that, but not how I can step from nothing or control a huge elemental made of earth and rock.
Well, I felt like you had magic, which is
That
why
is your
I'm
answer.
surprised you can find secret passages. Okay.
He obviously has an earth affinity of some sort.
Kind of spell find secret passages.
Maybe it's a special ability or something.
Okay.
A gift of the gods.
Sure doesn't know about magic.
You can
I'm nervous, confused by everything.
You can feel free to look around if you wish. If it's going to help you pass the time, feel free.
Nevin's just going to set up over here, and so is Sean, and we're going to start chilling out.
Just before you do that, Kruber wants to know which corner is the Latrine Corner.
I normally go down into the shade labyrinth.
Ah, deep cut. I like it.
But surely you want to fertilize these lands.
They don't need it. The mushrooms themselves fertilize it.
Fair enough.
Then we shall rest.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe we can regale each other with tales of our past deeds.
Of course. You start.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Minerva starts talking about how she woke up in, a broken ring of stone, and she had no memories. And then, about her tales of meandering around, asking people if they knew who she was, etc. And then she'll just relate her story, which is meeting Stella, getting sent to meet the party, meeting the party, traveling with the party, thinking that they were kind of weird, that they had like a zombie half-orc with them. They sold the zombie half-orc, which seemed kind of horrific, but she still stuck with them because that's what she'd been told to do. And in the end, it turned out that they weren't like psychopaths, which was sort of disappointing.
I take
But
offense to that
sort of
statement.
not. And yeah, just she just gives like sort of a narration of things that happened. She glosses over killing the prince.
Yes.
Does she mention it at all?
Yeah, she definitely mentions it, but like not exactly what happened. Like it's sort of abridged. We took a job to kill some guy and we tracked him down, but we got attacked, and so we defeated those people. But it was very confusing, so we sort of ran off, and we didn't get paid. Oh, actually, I think we did get paid for it anyway. But whatever. Yeah, it wasn't really worth it, so we didn't take any more jobs from that person. And then like that like betrayed us, and so we then like got a mission to like track that person down and kill them, and I was like, turned out to be an ogre, if you can believe it. Oh, they're so awful.
This is why you asked if I was an ogre. Is this ogre?
Yeah.
Is this ogre still at large, so to speak?
Yes.
Yes.
He actually also asked us to come here, but we're not here at his bequest. Behest.
I see.
It was
Yeah.
it was, in his view, was the lesser of two evils, I suppose. Two evils, two
Less
goods.
of two
Less
goods.
of
Yeah. Who knows?
yeah.
It worked out for him better than us killing him, I guess.
Here's a question. Are we going to rest more than one day, or are we going to just rest and then go straight down?
I think we're gonna rest and go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you
Well-
want to rest here for a couple of days? How long
Well-
have you been here?
Maybe
2 months.
2 months. Time begins to be a little bit funny down here the longer you are. Even if you can see in the dark, it's so oppressive. It just starts to blend in. And without anyone to talk to, other than my summoned friends occasionally who don't really talk back, it does, passing time is very difficult. And when you cannot see the sunrise or set, the passage of time is difficult to track.
No, that's fair enough. But I'm just thinking the party's been on the go for a while, and a couple of days of rest probably wouldn't go astray.
If you wish to rest here a couple of days, I must admit that whilst I am keen to make my passage through the rest of this spike in the hell's place that this is, that I will not grumble and complain if you wish to take more than a few days. I have been here this long, a few more will not hurt.
And you've got company now to keep you sane.
Of course, and I can regale you with some of my travels and tribulations, and we can become fast friends.
Part of Minerva's story is, of course, that she got a book that cursed her, and she went around trying to get that curse lifted as it sort of fed off her, and eventually she ran into Vidrus of the Void, a good friend, who really helped her out, managing to decurse her and take the book.
Ah, yes. So you're the one that Vildrus took that book from.
Oh, you know Vildrus? He's a cool guy.
Ah, he's a guy, yes.
He's very
Cool.
friendly.
He is. He is to those who he needs things from, yes.
Helped me out in a bind.
Very powerful, very authoritative individual he is, yes. So,
Oh.
yeah, interesting. Small world. So, I guess I'll tell you that,
And the valley isn't that big.
well, the valley is only one small part of it, yes. But indeed, it is a very small, enclosed, and almost incestuous type place because of the very close proximity of everyone. And have you noticed recently that travel within and without is scarce, more so than regular? Or at least it was before I came down. The mercenaries entered, but very few people can leave the valley once they enter. Something is amiss.
Oh,
You didn't notice that? Few people do.
I haven't tried leaving, but I believe my sister did.
Some people can. It's not a common occurrence, but it does occur. I think it comes down to, at least what I have seen or have been led to believe through my research, small though it was, the reasons for leaving. There is something at play in the valley. Many things. Dragons, it
Yes.
seems. Basilisks, even.
Oh, that's new.
There does seem to be quite a few people playing in the valley.
Do you know that
Says
the
Minerva.
elven? Do you know that the elven court is under the sway of a basilisk?
No.
Well,
That would explain if you could explain.
Minerva
Now
has
you
no
do.
memory of that, does she?
now you do.
What kind of a basilisk? Kruber asks.
A basilisk. They are basilisk. Giant death snakes. Serpentine. Slightly akin to drakes. But insidious, warped, twisted. Utterly evil. I like them.
I'm going to say, so not really the kind of government you want to move to their land. Got it.
But yes, that is one of the reasons why the elves have become the people that they are becoming. They are swayed by something insidious that is burrowed in deep like a tick and is manipulating their heads of state, their government, their royalty. Their prince found out about it, and he escaped before he was murdered.
Murder is a strong word.
Rowan assumes almost the entire party's face goes completely blank as she says that.
Sure, doesn't know what she's talking about.
Neither doesn't Evan.
And doesn't care either.
Mhm.
Elves.
That cost us some coin.
For fuck's sake.
What's for fuck's sake?
I can't get this not to put a strike through what I'm writing.
So, feel free to rest. I've been resting a lot lately. I can guard.
we take watches, so which watch would you like to be on?
Oh, I guess the first one.
Okay, cool.
So I entered here, she'll continue, with two of my fellows, as I mentioned. Bedelia of Thorn and Rosavi de Sorio, and 5 retainers that we hired. We came down for our organization after information had been found about what was kept here. And unfortunately, both of them perished. The gargoyles got them.
Does Vidrus belong to your organization?
Vildris, yes, as does my ex-lover and a few others. There are 12 of us at any one time.
Oh.
We are currently searching for a few members, not least of which because of Rosavi and Bedelia's demise.
How set are you on the 12 people limit?
The 12 people is mandated by our order and by the people who are our benefactors.
Interesting. Hmm.
But that is to be in the 12-fingered hand. There are other places within the organization outside of that.
Yes, obviously the retainers don't count.
No, but we also have mercenaries and soldiers, spies, fighters. But the Order of the 12-fingered hand is the pinnacle. I've been in that group now for perhaps 15 years.
Hmm. Okay.
There, I've told you of myself, or much of it, some of it, parts of it. We now trust each
Fair
other.
enough.
Yes?
Sure.
Whenever
To an
says yes.
extent.
Sure nods.
If any of you are magically inclined, I can possibly help you.
Whenever says yeah?
Join perks. Join perks up.
Yes.
I'm not a particularly accomplished user yet, but would certainly be interested.
I can allow you to peruse some of the spells that I have to further our trust and bond.
I think we should spend a day here, or two, so that I can get scribe spell and we can scribe some spells.
Yup. Join was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, this might be a good place to use scribe spell.
I've already said let's spend like a couple of days here.
Yep.
We can heal up and
Yeah, absolutely.
lick our wounds as such. gather a heap of food out to put out to dry?
Yaeyestll will,
Yeah.
at some point, whilst you are doing all this and setting up camp, etc., motion to Ellen.
Hmm?
You wear a crown, you are royalty?
Yep.
From where do you hail?
It doesn't really seem like any of your business.
If we are to travel together, it's interesting to know these things. I myself come from the dark.
Is an earshot of Lenza?
I'm sure you aren't all in this position at the moment. You will probably be mingling around because camp is being set up, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
I myself am from the dark. Have you been there?
Again, I'm not sure why you want to know.
It's just I have yet to see or meet a royal member who takes time out to do things such as this. That is all.
Well, now you have.
Did you just say now you have?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
You see that, Growl?
Ruber's gonna go. That's why we like Queen Ellen.
Okay, let me respond to
King
that.
Ellen,
Okay. Whisper,
their royalty who does stuff.
Sean.
Well, have we rested a night?
I think we're just chatting.
I'm gonna assume we have, so Sean can. Sorry, Nevin can get some health back.
I responded to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can we spend 2 days here? That'd be good.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Alright, well, you can do that.
I will post. I'm just going to take a snip of my spell list in case people want to copy any of my spells. This will apply to at least Dorian.
So I'll do the same thing.
I don't know if
As a-
anybody else has Scribe spell.
Where's Scribe's spell got from?
It's in your spell list if you have it. It's a first level spell.
Probably.
Anyway, I have posted my spells in Discord. If other people could post their spells.
Yep.
And what spells does she have?
I have only my travelling spell book with me. It is
Oh,
not my
fair enough.
full selection, but it has some useful ones. I will tell you the spells that I have. I can see what your power levels roughly are, so I will tell you of the spells that I can cast at your levels. Detect magic, read magic, charm person, sleep, comprehend languages, shocking grasp, allure, hold person, message, magic missile. Second level, detect evil, mirror image, invisibility, magic mouth, levitate, ray of enfeeblement, ESP. Why have I got magic mouth written twice? Continual light. She likes magic mouth a lot, clearly.
It's an awesome spell.
It is a very good spell. How do you think the statue spoke to you?
Ah, nice.
Let me just give her another spell in lieu of the second magic mouth. Let's give her knock. That's probably something you would put in this travelling spellbook. There you go.
Yes. For dungeon crawling. Heck
Yes.
yeah, especially if you didn't have a rook with you.
Well, they did. Rogue dead.
Yeah.
Right. So they're the spells she has. You can rest here for 2 days. Nothing will be a problem in that 2 days. You can harvest from the mushrooms here if you wish to predominantly clean them out. The cadaver spores, which are the large flat cap ones on the skeletons and the bones, there's enough for 3 days worth of rations there. This is for one person. So, and the fairy caps, there are enough for 10 days worth of rations, but they would need to be dried. Of course, you can take them and dry them as you go. It might take a little bit longer without the heat and the air. As was mentioned before, they had a perfect position there to dry out. And Yaeyestll had 5 days store of dried mushrooms already.
So she won't show me a 3rd level spell if Minerva begs?
I guess I could.
It's just that she can't actually learn any more spells that are of her level. She can only learn 3rd level spells and higher.
What type of spell would you like?
I would like an improved mending, but I don't believe there is one. I'm gonna have to create that myself.
Mending's not a spell that I have put much stock in over time. Not because it's a bad spell, but it never really aligned to what I needed.
Fair enough. Something offensive. I don't really have any offensive spells.
Would you like
Would
to
be
learn?
good.
Would you like Fireball?
Yes, fireball. I used to know it for a short period of time, but then when Vildris cured me, I lost the. I couldn't remember it anymore.
Then yes, I have Fireball.
Sure, I will
I have-
totally learn
I have
fireball.
it memorized twice currently.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
That wouldn't have been a problem for us, right, guys?
Right, guys? Yeah. Okay. I'll
I
learn
mean-
fireball.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
That would be really handy if I ever do you, yeah, that's cool. If I gain a level.
So,
If
so
you
would
ever get
we
a level.
could we consider this as a full day's rest?
Yes,
So, 2 full days rest.
yes.
Yes.
It's gonna heal beforehand, but yeah.
For those 2 days, who wants to drink the perpetual healing potions? Otherwise, you're going to waste.
I mean,
I'll guess
who-
so Dorian will drink 1. Is that a flat D6?
It is.
5.
Lenz and Robin will get back to full HP.
I have a lot of heal spells that I can cast on people if they need them.
Yeah, I think over 2 days I'll be fine. Or Hypatia will
will
be fine.
Auto
Maybe.
over to full.
And Dorian. Well, actually, Dorian needs to. See how Dorian goes with his scribing first.
Yeah,
So
I should roll
he
my
will.
scribe check. You make a good point.
So I guess he can put. He can have 4 scribe. He can do 4 scribes.
Mm-hmm.
So let me read the spell.
Fail.
I'm gonna
One
ask.
alpha spell transfer.
Yeah.
Spell.
Yeah. Still, if this is her jewel, and if there's anything special about it.
No, it's just a crystal, I believe, which was set to illuminate the base of the stairs. Rosario,
Oh yeah.
Rosario determined that it was mostly worthless, possibly a few gold. We left it there because why not? But if you wish to take it, Now the statue
Yoink.
has no light.
Latoad, I'll give Latoad back the continual light.
Oh, thanks.
Through
Well, thanks.
closer plus
Did Yaeyestll understand the stone tablet from
+2. Okay.
like a level ago?
Which stone tablet?
The one with the whole life for blood, no more, no less. And then later on it says like 10 hands to draw, lest eternal bonded with wall and stone.
I did
That
not. I did not investigate that. A lot of the things that I have ascertained before we entered in here are set to distract, to waylay, to deceive, and ultimately to destroy. This is a prison. So the most direct route is probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried to avoid as much as we could. But if you wish to tell me the full poem, I can give you what I believe it might say. Or mean.
Well, let's see. I have here life for blood, no more, no less, from vessel to skull entombed, where fallen convene in timbered prison, awakened once more. 10 hands to draw, less eternal bonded with wall and stone, to remain until the final dawn, no more, no less. From vessel to skull entombed, where fallen convened in timbered prison, awakened once more. Wait, I feel like I'm repeating myself.
You are.
You are.
I think I've copied it wonky, but
It sounds
Yeah.
like the typical nonsense that you find within this place, but it probably has some meaning. From life for blood, or blood for life, I don't know. Sacrifice for regeneration, rejuvenation, reincarnation, resurrection. I mean, bring someone back from the life, or stop yourself from dying, perhaps. But whose blood? I don't know. From vessel to skull entombed? Whose skull? Where is it entombed? And from what vessel? Do you bleed into a vessel and then pour it upon a skull?
Well, there was a vessel a while back with.
I've still got it.
Still got it. Well, yes, we do have that vessel.
Maybe.
And
If it is the vessel. We have this bowl and dagger.
Well, a bowl is a vessel.
Yep.
And did you show them to Yaeyestll?
Yeah, sure.
A sacrificial.
Minerva would absolutely do that.
A sacrificial bowl of blood offering. Makes sense.
Do you think we should try to use it on maybe one of your companion skulls?
If you can find them. They are long since gone.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you would have kept them to, I don't know, talk to or something.
I retreated.
They are below. I see.
Wilson.
The level of the gargoyles was difficult. Dangerous.
What are they? Are they immune to any types of damage, or are they weak to any types of damage?
What, they're just statues.
So, hit them with a big stick.
Can you break a statue with a stick?
Well, a large blunt object then. Heavy blunt object.
They're not creatures. They are large gargoyle statues, the kinds you would see in a Gothic church atop a tower, and there are many of them that are within that level. And they
Okay.
destroy anything that approaches.
There's no way to avoid them.
I didn't stick around to try and find out. Bedelia and Rosario were almost instantly slain.
Hmm.
Nightmares and death and energy of the void spewed forth from some, fire and flame from others. It was brutal, quick. My magic does not really work easily against a stone statue that has great power. Nor did I want to wait and find out if it did.
Yeah, fair. Cool. So we're gonna have to. Well, that's something we can discuss over these 2 days then. How the hell are we gonna deal with that?
Mm-hmm.
So the level below, as I mentioned, is the level of the shades.
Oh,
It is
God, seriously.
a labyrinth. And then from there is the level of the spiders. The level below that is the level of the gargoyles. And we have yet to even reach the tower.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We haven't even reached the tower. Interesting. This is just the approach, is it?
It is 10 levels of this before the 100 levels of the tower.
Okay.
This is a prison of divine power to trap a divine entity. Those who created this prison did not want that which is held within to leave easily.
No, fair enough.
Yep, definitely not easy.
How did they convince you to take this mission?
I was told to go, so I went.
Okie dokie. Don't overtake 6 arrows off Kook Lane. Thanks.
That said, we believed that we would be able to achieve it. Nothing has stood in our way previously. But arrogance and hubris pay a price in the end. And we paid it.
Well, they paid it. You're still
Well,
okay.
I paid it for 2 months of isolation and loneliness and being here by myself.
Hey, but you're with us now.
Indeed.
That's cheap. Twice the price.
Did you defeat the Guardian upon the first approach?
No.
You went the other path.
Yes.
Smart.
Did you see my whisper, Drow?
Yes.
Yes, we determined that traps were an easier way to survive than a fight against whatever that thing was.
Indeed. So, the shades below, as I mentioned, will destroy light. So be mindful of that. The fewer light sources out, there are pros and cons. They can snuff out the light source permanently, but they will only do so if it's out. But
Highly.
the less light sources you have, the more power that they will have.
Ooh. Lots of torches.
They are.
Can they snuff out mundane light sources?
They can snuff out all light sources. They will also, their mere touch will drain you physically.
I think we've fought shadows before.
Yeah. Not
They're
all the time.
susceptible to turning.
These are not undead. These are spirits of the other world.
Mm.
These are shades, not shadows. These are powerful to a point. They can be
Minerva's-
incredibly deadly.
Can they be
Might
harmed
never
with
describe the
corporeal
shadows
weapons?
at the moment.
No, they're not the same thing.
Okay. Cool.
These shades stand taller than a man, incredibly thin, appear emaciated, wreathed in black ink like shadows. They might be akin to these creatures that you mentioned, but they are not the same.
The weapons work against them?
Yes,
Okay. They don't have to be enchanted weapons.
they take less damage, I believe, from weapons that are not enchanted or not silver.
Dang it.
They
As
also
with ever.
They also are ephemeral of form. Your blows may not even land at all. They are sometimes in this world, sometimes in their own.
Alright.
But they are slow moving.
Oh,
the level-
sounds fun.
The level below that with the spiders is small, confined, easy to avoid, easy to bypass. There is a statue of a bronze spider near the entrance. You merely rub your hand on it, and the spiders within will bear you no harm, and you will be able to pass through their webs as though they are air. There is an invisible barrier, not a visible bridge, not barrier, over the void. You must cross that. Do not try to leap. If you fall, you will be devoured by the monsters within. There. I have given you great insight to the next two levels. Perhaps even the third level down with the gargoyles and the death that they can bring. So I hope now that any of you who had doubts, can put them aside and we can work together.
Yeah, sounds like a plan
I
to
never
me.
had any doubts.
Marvelous.
I wouldn't be sleeping in the corner if I had doubts.
Could I suggest that for title of the episode?
What's
What?
that?
Doubts.
I wouldn't be sleeping in the corner if I had doubts.
Excellent. Well, we can leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
If you
I
want to
was
vote
going
for,
to say, this seems like a good place to leave it.
if you want to vote for MVP, you're lucky you didn't fight Yaeyestll. It could have been pretty bad.
But think of all the magic items she has.
Yeah, they're pretty dope.
Alright. Cool.
Did you see my whisper, Shiro?
I did not.
You're not paying attention then.
I have 6 votes so far, and it's 7. One more. I need a vote from.
Oh, sorry. Let me just
Yep.
send my vote.
Okay, so I have 2 players with 3 votes apiece, and 2 with 1 vote apiece. So I get to play tiebreaker, and I'm going to side with the 3 who voted for Ellen.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Nice.
Shiro is runner-up.
hmm
Shiro, do you wish to have a blessing, or do you wish to have the XP?
I want the XP.
Cool.
We're so close to level.
Mhm.
I will give this blessing to minor blessing to Ellen. There we go. Deal. So you should have just got a new minor blessing.
Ooh.
What was I doing? Oh, that's right. I was trying to do this. Where's that not?
Did you get the one with the purple writing? Is that the one you got?
I think the red writing was the one I got, wasn't it? I already had the purple one, didn't I?
Okay, I can't remember. I don't look at people's blessings except when they just get new ones.
Yeah, when they play them.
I think this one I don't think I've seen before. I'm excited.
Cool. Well, I hope that was a good session.
It was. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Fun.
All right. Thank you very much. I will stop the recording.